we actually have a lathe in our shop that was actually used in World War II, and we're pretty sure it was to make gun barrels. It's chambered to make gun barrels. It says the War Department on it, like the whole nine.
Wow.
Like,
just go with gun barrels. Nobody's going to challenge you.
Well, especially not the Germans in 1940. So.
Oh, burn on Germany! You still
burn
lost
on
both world wars.
Current Germany is fine. Current Germany is just fine.
Are you drinking beer, you son of a bitch?
No, I'm not actually. Okay. I got an interesting story about that, but no, the watermelon Mountain Dew.
Okay. I would have guessed.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Figured you for an IPA guy or something. Some kind of Sasquatch
Gross.
IPA.
No, IPA. No. Why?
Sorry. I apologize.
Don't who drinks IPA?
You son of a bitch.
I didn't even tell you guys about my former career as an MC at a
strip joint.
Lord.
For the first of two, Starlene coming at you. Here she goes, one of two.
Hello, family and friends. Welcome to another Talks with Lemonade. This is available to the billions around the world on YouTube in 4K and audio streaming services like Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. If you like this content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And now onto the podcast.
Does Mighty Pong refer to something in particular, or what's the origin of that?
It's funny that you mentioned that, and I'm not trying to get away from the Mighty Pong. I will come back to that story. But
Don't
it's
deflect.
funny that, no. It's funny that you mentioned that though, because I used to do, especially right when the COVID thing started. We started the SYN Shop show in I believe it was the tail end of January of 2020, whenever the world exploded. I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
But 2020. We started right then, and at the very beginning, we were fine. We went by, for a couple of months and everything was groovy. And then, when we had to shut down, I had this big long read about, hey, the shop is shut down due to COVID restrictions, yada, yada. Make sure you wipe down surfaces, wear a mask, not get your shots at the time, but wear a mask, yada, yada, stay away from people, wipe down things, etc. And on YouTube, every single time that I would start to say that, I would see the views kind of go, just gone.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, they're not into that.
I didn't come here for Dr. Pong.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so for our listening audience, we're on with Mighty Pong. You are in Las Vegas and you run a 3D printing maker shop. Is that a
no?
No, that's not.
Oh, sorry. I told them it wrong.
Okay.
No worries. Okay. So I am
before
a
explaining
member.
your name, explain what you do first. Yeah.
Gotcha. I am a member of a former board member, current member of the SYN Shop. Now, you might ask yourself, as well you should, what is a SYN Shop?
Sex
and
toys.
Here I go into my live read.
Oh, yeah.
But a SYN Shop, but the SYN Shop is a maker hacker space, and we're located in Las Vegas. And the basic premise is this: you can think of it as a gym club with tools. Okay. You pay a monthly membership fee, and you get to use things that probably won't fit in your garage. We've got a shop bot, which is an automated router that can handle an entire 8x10 sheet of plywood all at once.
Wow.
Oh, it's really cool. We've got several different laser cutters. We actually have a lathe in our shop that was actually used in World War II, and we're pretty sure it was to make gun barrels. It's chambered to make gun barrels. It says the War Department on it, like the whole nine.
Wow.
Like,
just go with gun barrels. Nobody's going to challenge you.
well, especially not the Germans in 1940. So.
Oh, burn on Germany! You still
burn
lost
on
both world wars.
Current Germany is fine. Current Germany is just fine.
Yes, we
but
like
past Germany.
Busted twice. Wait, so if I want to make a roll cage for my truck, can I come make a roll cage at your shop?
So well, right now, unfortunately, at this exact moment, you can't make anything at the shop because we're in the middle of moving. We have a brand new space that's going to be actually a little bit closer to the airport. We used to be out in Henderson, and now we're going to be, like I said, a lot closer to the airport. And it's going to have not as much space, but the basic deal with it is that we're going to own it. We're not going to have to rent it anymore and be beholden to the whims of the landlords.
That sounds great. Yeah,
it's fantastic. Let me tell you.
Fuck the landlord.
I mean, I'm not really a tanky, but some of their ideas, I don't know. Anyway,
okay.
There's one for your poli-sci majors out there. Yeah, go ahead.
Liem will drag you into politics and ethics later.
Oh boy.
He's always probing your character by means of moral questions.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you need me to fill a half hour or so, just ask me about the post office, but we can get to that later. I'm still running away. By the way, I'm still running away from the Mighty Pong. You guys gotta catch me on it.
Well, no, I'm still trying to understand the hackerspace.
The hackerspace, yes. Okay, yeah. So like I was saying, it's a place where people that want to do 3D printing and want to be a maker, it's a place where they can go and do that, right? Whether it's 3D printing, laser cutting, all that other stuff. And we actually have some really big sewing machines for people that are more into the fabric-based arts. We've got all kinds of woodworking stuff. It's a general place to go and make stuff.
Can I make a parachute there?
It's not advised.
I don't know. I don't see why not.
Yeah,
you can't test it there.
We're right near the airport now.
I mean,
you stick my thumb out.
Well, I mean, if you get a big long enough pole and catch one of them. Maybe.
And with all the geopolitical wars going on in 9/11 before, and I don't know if I would support.
Wait, what does that have to do with parachutes?
People building in their own parachutes to not?
No, it's fully legal for citizens to have parachutes.
Yeah, but
should be. If it's
what
not, I would have some questions.
What terrorist thing you think I'm going to do with a homemade parachute?
Hey, you're the one suggesting making a parachute. You want to go under the radar?
No, I'm trying to understand the hackerspace. They don't put serial numbers on parachutes and track you if you own a parachute.
You get many. I know skydivers, and you get some crazy looks when you walk into a
airplane with a parachute.
Yeah, they get some dirty looks.
No, that I fully agree.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
I think if I saw someone building their own parachute, my gears would start just wondering, I'm going to
hijack a plane and jump off of it? No, that's insane.
Pull this plane over. I'm going to jump out. Okay, bye. All right, then bye.
Very nervous.
Yeah.
No, you barely got enough room for your carry-on. I'm not going to waste it on a parachute.
All right, sorry, back to
no problem.
Okay, do you do welding? Is there welding going on?
There is welding going on. Do I do welding terribly?
No, I mean at the space, right?
Oh, at the space, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It was my mission in life.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We got MIG, TIG, we've got stick welder. I don't remember the other types. I'm not a welder. But
yeah, so what if a dude shows up and goes, "Hey, I want to put a roll cage in my car." Are you like, "Cool, awesome," or are you like, "We don't stay away from car stuff"?
You can build the roll cage there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird, wonky gray area because we don't do automotive work there. But if you're putting in speakers, is that really automotive work? You know what I mean? So
so the makerspace is generally non-automotive.
Generally non-automotive, yes.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah. If you're looking for a place to drop your engine, no. That's not the place.
That's a different space.
What would be some of the most common requests? Like someone that just gets there, they're like, "Hey, I want to make this." What
do people want to do?
Well, so it's not really. In general, the biggest thing that we have there is, I would say, in our open
it's
time,
World War II guns
and parachutes.
There are some people that are into Foundry stuff that have melted down brass before.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So there is. We do have a Foundry. Not clay.
So you have like a giant oven, and you can melt brass and make it into a sword.
Could you make it into a sword? Yeah, if you made a mold big enough, yeah. You're gonna need a lot of sand, but you could do it. Yeah.
I can find some sand.
You're gonna need to find a team of people to lift that mold too, because that's a lot of sand. But I'm busy that day. But,
Can I bribe the hackers with pizza? Do they like pizza?
Well, so that's the thing. It's kind of like just like I was saying before with the gym, right? You don't pay the gym to work out for you. You pay the gym to give you a place to work out.
Yeah.
A lot of people will come in and be like, "Hey, I got this great idea. I want to have a blah 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 built," and it's like
catapult.
Cool. Go right over there and build it.
Yeah. Who's with me?
I mean,
catapult. I'll throw down.
I
know some people we could test it on.
The shop has definitely built a trebuchet. Absolutely.
Oh,
nice.
Really?
Wow. Was it made out of wood or metal?
Oh yeah. No, it was I want to say 15 feet tall, something like that.
So like historically inspired and accurate kind of?
No.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't cut out of rough-hewn timber or anything. Nobody's swinging an axe in this group. No.
You didn't import the wood from Sherwood?
No, we didn't. I sure wouldn't. No, that was terrible. No, it was worth the silence.
Okay.
So as far as my role in all of this, I run the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel I'm running poorly, but the Twitch channel is pretty good. Yeah, it's become kind of a place, and this was my idea. As soon as the shop shut down, I was like, okay, well, I definitely have to keep this channel going because with our, number one, with being shut down for COVID, number two, with us in the middle of moving and this big gigantic renovation process that has been a hell of a thing for quite some time. Yeah. But with those two things together, it helps to have, a dim light for all of the June bugs together around. That's my Midwestern coming on. But it's good to have a source of a connection point, if you will, right?
A focal point for this community.
There you go. Yeah. A focal point for this community. Absolutely. Yeah. Like that's been my. It's not bad. I kind of like. I might steal it. I don't know.
Do it. Sold.
All right. So that's what I do for the shop. In addition to that, I've been working with Vegas Combat Robotics. If you are a fan of BattleBots, you might know them from last year, the robot Jackpot. They were the come from behind kids. They built that thing for like, I want to say $4,000 to $6,000, which is so cheap for one of those robots.
Did it have a jackpot handle on it?
At the time, it didn't, but this year, I don't know if I can say or not.
Okay, it may or may not.
You can probably extrapolate that from the rest of my stuff.
Yes, it did not last year. Got it.
Here, I'll flag
it did
that.
Not last year.
We can remove it later if you want.
No, it's fine. I'm pretty sure that they've already had public pictures of them because they're starting to get their they wrapped recording like a month ago, and I think they're starting to leak out promo images now.
Okay,
like on the BattleBots Facebook page. So I think we're good.
Jackpot.
But yeah, so the cool thing about that is, and I'm finding this whole new world, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's you got your people that are on TV, right? And you can think of them as like your major league players, like your major league baseball, right?
Are you talking about bots or something else?
I'm talking about robots.
Okay, BattleBots. Okay, got it.
BattleBots. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got your players on TV, right? You got your the drivers that actually make it there, right? Well, a lot of them also compete in regional events. You can think of those as like your AA games, right?
Yeah, minor leagues, yeah.
Minor leagues, yeah. And there's a whole community. Excuse me. There's a whole community full of people.
Are you drinking beer, you son of a bitch?
No, I'm not actually. Okay. I got an interesting story about that, but no, the watermelon Mountain Dew.
Right okay. I would have guessed it.
That looks delicious.
We could do for an IPA guy or something. Some kind of Sasquatch
Gross.
IPA.
No, IPA. No. Why?
Sorry. I apologize.
Who drinks IPA?
You son of a bitch.
Don't you put that devil on me, Ricky Bobby. No, I am much more a stout drinker, a stout and porters.
Nice.
Yeah. If I can't see through it, it's probably good.
Nice.
So there's this one that was called used motor oil, and it was so tasty. and it looked like when you
Smooth.
poured it in the glass. Like usually even if a beer is really dark, you pour it in a glass, you can see through while you're pouring it.
Yeah.
No,
Damn.
Motor oil, yeah.
black.
Did your poop come out different?
I don't remember.
All right. I
If I-
apologize. I'm excited talking to Mighty Pong. Like, I didn't expect to have this much fun rolling into this one.
Excellent. Well, hey, I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
I don't know what we've accomplished, but I'm having a hell of a time so far.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Okay.
You won't know what happened, but you'll have been pretty sure it was fun. Yeah, that's how I roll. So yeah, I'm responsible for the content of the show. Oh, sorry, the robots. So these smaller
regional.
robot fights, the regional fights are really, really interesting because there's this whole community of people that are young and old and all walks of life, and it's fantastic because they all come together. They put all this time, all this energy into making these robots, and they come with the sole intention of not going home with them, of going home with a box of parts. That is part of the thing. They are ready for that. That is one thing that might actually keep me from competing, is because I'm not sure I would be like that. I might be like, you know how long that took me to make?
You want to fuck this up?
And you just went and just ran right into it, and I was dead in 10 seconds.
You fucking buzzsaw shit.
Man, there was one. And so the one that we did, this was at Millennium Fandom. There was one, I can't remember its name. Its name is escaping me right now, but it had a little tiny saw blade. This is only the 3-pound class.
Okay.
The ones you see on TV are
Oh wow.
yeah. The ones you see on TV are 250 pounds.
It
These
never
were
occurred to me that there's weight classes
free.
for BattleBots, but
And
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
and those
It makes sense though, right?
yeah, totally, yeah.
and on those TV ones, like they're spending like $100,000 sometimes on those.
No.
Oh, easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
yeah.
What do they got?
Yeah.
Diamond parts? That's crazy.
Well, you know what?
Servos and
Actually,
things like that could be really expensive.
I wonder. Maybe Pong would know it. So, is when they calculate that 100,000, is that literally hardware, or are they like saying, "Oh, this engineer is worth $75,000 a year"?
Oh no. Okay, so you got to think of it this way, like when Jackpot was on, and they were saying this bot, built this bot for $6,000, right?
Yeah.
That's more than most teams spend on batteries alone. Okay, just batteries. When you throw in your speed controllers and the electronics and the freaking not remote control. What's the word for that? The thing with the freaking sticks.
Isn't
the
that a
controller.
remote control?
Joystick.
Radio
Is it remote
controller.
control? Radio controller. Ding ding ding. There we go. Okay.
Ah.
Radio controller. When you throw in the money for all that, and then keep in mind that you're at BattleBots, you're expected to be able to fight someone, rebuild from that fight. Even if you win, you're still hurt, dog.
Oh, I didn't.
Wait, so
Think
do you
of
have to have like 3 or 4 of the same robot worth of spare parts? Is that
That's
the idea?
it.
Okay.
That's it exactly. Yeah. Most of the time, I believe with 3, or they'll come with what is going to get damaged the most. They'll come with more of that. Like the frame or parts of the frame, if they expect the front to take the brunt of the damage or whatever. But they've got different parts based on their experience and what they think is going to burn out first. One of the reasons actually that the Jackpot had some problems later in the season, this I'm talking about last year, not this current year, was because they had to change something at the very last minute. And they took off their self-rider in between events. So in other words, if they got flipped on their back, they couldn't right themselves anymore. Right. Well, this happened to be the one event where someone flipped them on their back.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that was it. So, yeah, it's all those, and that's the thing too that I've noticed with BattleBots also, like especially the bigger one, but even in the smaller matches. You can have the best bot in the world, pay all this money for it. There's one team in particular I could think of that I know spends way more than he has to.
Sucker.
Oh, Jesus, yes. Oh, I don't want to talk bad about him, but man, I don't care for him.
He's got a budget.
Yeah.
Wait, dude,
Well, anyway.
the turtles get stuck if you put them on their back? Or
Yeah,
is
I
it-
think they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the only animal that can't?
Oh.
Self-right.
I heard cows can get up.
Yeah, cows can get up.
Yes,
You guys sound like you've tried it.
I am
About
from
4
Missouri,
minutes.
so I mean, I'm not saying I have.
Well, but then that makes cow tipping not as evil as it sounded. I thought the idea was that they couldn't get up.
Yeah, I remember hearing that too.
So I think that's, I don't know how I know this. It's not like I grew up in a rural part of Missouri. But anyway, I know why, because it spooks the cows and the milk tastes worse.
Oh, it ruins the milk. You can't turn the milk sideways.
Well, it's not that you can't turn it sideways. It's that the cow freaks out and like the adrenaline does something to either the milk or the meat or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that saying on those commercials, happy cows make happy milk or something? Happy cow make good milk? I think that was...
it's 100% true.
Was that?
That's 100% true.
I didn't know that.
I thought it was happy.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the ways that the Japanese farmers get Kobe beef to be so good. They massage the cows and they'll talk to the cows and read them stories. I'm not even joking.
Huh.
Yeah. No, that's real. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Pampered.
Okay.
Oh yeah, those cows live a hell of a good life before they get the cattle gun.
We're just learning all over the place here.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm about. I'm about education and cow tipping knowledge. I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
What else is there to do in Missouri?
Yeah.
Do not put BattleBots, turtles, or cows on their backs.
Yeah. Don't do any of that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I guess the thing I want to stress about the BattleBots, the robot fighting community, and just in general, is that is built in. That's baked into the crust. The I am here so that you can destroy me, so that I can come back better next time. Which is so cool. Which is just so cool. And it's like, I love seeing people that are fired up to learn. And that's what the BattleBots at the end of it, at the end of the day, BattleBots is a show on the Discovery Channel. Yeah. But these regional events especially, that is where people learn, I guess resilience is the best way to put it. You're gonna beat me today. I'm fully expecting that. In fact, sometimes if a robot doesn't take enough damage, they'll be like, okay, 2 people fight me. Come on, let's go. I'm not taking this thing home working. I've heard that like at least 3 times. I'm not going to take this thing home working.
Wow. Well, there goes your hobby if you don't have something to rebuild, right?
Yeah. It's like, I want you to break me because I want to build back. It's
like being on a debate team.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that's true. So anyway, that's a little bit about the shop. And I missed the entire point of that whole thing. So I've been working with them doing live robot fights. We did one back in at the beginning of July, I want to say, and we've got another coming up in the next few months. And so a lot of the streams lately, the Monday and the Friday show actually, have become about me building this monstrosity behind me here, which is a complete live broadcasting rig. There.
Oh, they're talking about the shelf.
No, not the shelf. But
not the shelf.
I don't have a camera. I don't have a way to get you back there. But basically, it's an ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. That's basically the core of the operation. It basically gives me the capability that a local news station would have had about 5 to 10 years ago. So not bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, are you going to have a really hot weather chick? That always works. No? Oh.
No, sorry.
I got excited again. All right, so the goal is to make a production to show of the next regional tournament.
Right.
Nice. Yep. Is that a good event for a live audience to show up to?
It's a great event for a live audience. Oh, absolutely. Well, especially since we have it at the last one. I say we. I just go in there and broadcast. But they have it at the Millennium Fandom. Millennium?
I don't know what that is.
Millennium Fandom is a bar downtown in like north. Well, not North Las Vegas, but like the north part of, how do I put this? Close to Fremont without going over.
So okay, so you can go in and get sloshed in the Millennium place, and then
there it is. That's what I'm trying to say. You could even go cosplay at the Millennium Fandom and then get sloshed and then watch robot fights.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Next to a giant. What more do you want from me?
Hey,
right.
If you know the people at the Millennium Fandom place, I think the giant Robocop statue is looking for a home.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I'll be sure to pass that on, and I'm sure that I'm going to be told to screw off.
Why?
No.
They're anti-RoboCop?
No. That he wants to keep it. Oh wait, you have a RoboCop statue.
No, I don't have one. So in the early days of the internet, one of the first Kickstarters was let's build a giant RoboCop statue for Detroit, right?
I remember that.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So it's taken them like 20 years or something to build the statue, and they finally built it. And now they can't find a fucking place in Detroit to put the statue up. Like every place
No
they go
kidding.
to. Yeah, they're like, oh, we can't do it because of this and this and that. And then it's like, man, fuck you, Detroit. This is the coolest thing you could possibly have. Put this in any fucking park. Put it at the baseball stadium. Put it somewhere. Like, you can't find a place in Detroit for RoboCop. Like, it's like
Why
a 12
would you
foot.
not?
Yeah, so I'm mad at Detroit. Like,
You should be.
Yeah, this is your one chance to do something cool.
I got a buddy of
it up.
mine in Detroit. I'm gonna talk to him. Be like,
Have
you need to
have him explain this shit. Yeah.
talk to your people, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, see what he can do.
I need you to talk to your people.
This is the important stuff on the internet.
Yeah. This is what you tune in for, right?
Yeah. But I'm
So,
like,
yeah.
like if they don't want it in Detroit, I'm sure there's like a dozen or 100 places in Vegas you could put a RoboCop statue.
Oh my
Easily.
God, yeah.
It'd be awesome,
Easily.
right?
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's a pinball Hall of Fame. You could stick him in front of the Pinball Hall of Fame. It doesn't have to make any sense. It's just a fucking RoboCop statue.
Yeah,
It's great.
There's a lot of things here that don't make sense,
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
which is one of the things I love about Vegas. Like, there's a lot
Put it
of
in
things
front of
that
our Eiffel Tower.
don't- Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? What the hell?
Why is he here? To protect and serve, okay?
Yeah. He likes the French. Je suis RoboCop. I don't know.
Okay, I have a. I know you want to get to Mighty Pong, but I have a dying, burning question now that I know you're in the BattleBot community.
Okay.
My fantasy is to have full-size remote control cars.
He talks about this a lot. Like every week,
Yeah.
Emmett is talking about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would trade a testicle.
So
Okay.
he's asking the logistics. I guess you're asking logistics. Is it possible to build it in SYN shop?
Well, no, because you can buy old cop cars for like $2,000 or $3,000, right?
Okay.
So I want to be able to remote control a full-size car with a radio. Yeah, is that a crazy proposition? Are there BattleBot people that can help me make this happen?
Are there BattleBot people that could help you make it happen? I don't know. They're probably busy building their own robots.
Too busy BattleBotting? Okay.
They're busy BattleBotting. But
Have you
all
seen
you're
this?
talking about here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. No, Mythbusters did it like, I don't know,
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago, something like that by this point.
Oh.
Because we're old. But
Yeah.
but no,
Back when I was a kid.
back in my day, there were
We had full-size remote control cars.
It's like a horse wagon thing doesn't count, okay, guys?
and there were two ladies on the Mythbusters back in my day.
Was there?
It's true, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
No, in the
Was
very
the
beginning, there was Scotty. There was the girl that
Is it
stayed
chick
on
named
with
Scotty?
them. Yeah. Then there was a girl at the very, very beginning. She actually passed away 2 years ago.
Oh man, you
Yeah.
guys
In
are
the
fucking
Salt
old.
Flats.
Jesus.
Yes. So what was her name? I thought it was Scotty. It was something like that. But she was racing a car in the Salt Flats, and it something bad happened. I don't know exactly what.
Something bad happened at high
Some-
speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at at those kind of speeds, anything bad is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've done. I think the max I've done is 135 in a Corvette, and that got scary because like you run out of freeway real fast.
The most I've done is 110, I believe, which was in 1987 Toyota MR2,
Yeah.
and it was not squirrely, not at all.
I was gonna say,
That
were you
car-
drifting?
That it was not squirrely is what I meant to say. It was like, listen, man, if I didn't have this governor, we'd be doing 150 and you'd be fine. Because I'd go right up to 110 and just boop.
Yeah.
And that was it. I was like, I'm sorry, man, this is the best I can do. But that car was just rock solid. It was just like, nope, I'm on the road. We're going. Yalla, let's go. You know, like,
yeah, that's weird because you look at an MR2, it looks like a little go-kart.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, the Gen 1s. Oh, there's a special place in my heart for the first generation MR2s, man.
Dude, imagine if you could remote control an MR2.
Oh yeah. So to your
How
point,
awesome would that be?
all you need to do is look up servos. That's all. That's what you're talking about, is servos, remote control servos. And if you can
I gotta hook it to the car somehow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
scale up. Build yourself a remote control car, or they got BattleBots kits. If you want, I can hook you up with like different places where you can buy your own build a BattleBots kit, right? So you can learn about.
I'm going to buy the cop car, and I want the cop car to drive around.
He suggested start small.
Yeah. Make your mistakes at this scale, so that when you go to this scale, everything's cool. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, all you're basically doing at that point is
Emmett likes to kind of go fast on certain things.
I mean,
or maybe all things.
My fantasy doesn't start with 3-pound BattleBots. My fantasy starts with old cop cars.
Is there any suggestion from your wisdom what's the fast track to do his project? Is there one?
There is definitely value in, fuck the prototype, let's roll. There is value in. Okay?
Yeah, we're going straight to the moon.
If you're having, I said I should say there's sometimes value in that. But in a situation, if I guess really the deciding factor for me is, do I have the money to burn? If I've got the money to burn, if I've got $2,000 burning a hole in my pocket, you're going to need probably, I'm going to say 3 to 4 total by the time you get done with parts and all that other stuff, right? And depending on what you have to have done for you versus what you're able to do for yourself, that's going to weigh into it too.
If I liquidate my current AMC and GameStop holdings, that'll get me exactly enough money to do what you say here.
Oh, okay.
Pick your own BattleBot.
Yes.
You bought in early then.
I spent like $2,000, and then I'm at about 4 now thanks to AMC. I don't think GameStop has gone up much since I bought it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's up like $10 or something. So mainly, I think AMC I bought at $11. I bought like 80 shares, something like that.
Yeah.
So that was the much better, whatever moment that was. It wasn't early on. It was after all the, I'm not on Reddit, so I didn't catch the early.
Same.
I kind of did it as a joke because I have this buddy that's all about it, and so I did it like, let's do it, fucking John, let's go, John Davis, let's go. So I text him and he's like, hold, there's gonna be a squeeze still. I'm like, I don't know, man.
I've decided that I'm not going to sell unless it gets nuts. Yeah, because I'm just gonna hold it. That's really all you can do. If otherwise you're just gonna get sucked into emotion, and you're gonna freak out, and you're gonna get rid of it, and the second you get rid of it, that's when the thing is gonna happen. So
yeah, but you're telling me right now I could liquidate and have a remote control police car for approximately. What I'm telling you, actually,
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. What I'm telling you is right now you could liquidate it and have a good chance of making a remote control police car, but an equal chance, possibly slightly greater chance of ending up with a partially completed
project
remote control police car.
Okay. Yeah.
So, that is a thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I wonder what the legality is of that. I mean, that's not a thing I'd want to ask before I built it, but that is the thing. Since I'm not going to build it.
I don't think a driver's license applies if there's no driver in the vehicle.
I mean, and then if you're controlling it from the back seat, are you really driving it?
You're driving it through complicated means. But I'll be driving it from a chase vehicle, not from in.
Okay, yeah. So you drive from a chase vehicle, but then someone in that vehicle drives you.
Yeah.
Then no one's driving.
The remote control car? Yeah.
No. 2 remote control cars.
That sounds like too much stunts. You just went into a dangerous zone. I was thinking out in the desert. We got a lot of desert out here.
That's probably the best option. Otherwise, you probably should have a driver still inside to kill the vehicle.
Yeah.
In case something fails.
I mean, we don't
want to just.
We got to have crash dummies just for entertainment.
So
that too.
So actually, that's the reason why I would recommend going with the robots first, because then you'll learn about like safety mechanisms for shutting yourself down and all that stuff. Because that's one of the things, like when you bring a new bot into the competition, they run you through this big safety check, for whether or not, if you lose power or if you lose connectivity with your radio, what happens. And it has to fail in a way that's safe for everybody. In other words, any spinning weapons have to stop or whatever, So. But
that's why I need to tap into the maker community and bribe somebody to consult on this vehicle.
Yeah, well.
And if we could put a catapult on it, everybody wins.
It's probably easier said than done.
I'm not sure how everybody wins on that, but okay, all right. Yeah,
hey. Catapult on a remote control cop car. Who loses?
Well, all right. Nobody. Yeah, all right, you got me there.
I feel like Joe's on the same page with me here, but nobody else is backing me up.
Oh, dude, I've thought about driving a real size remote control car for years. Also, like, if I had enough money, I would be right there with you, and we'd both be doing it in the desert. We could even, have like a derby with them or something.
I mean, how fun would a demolition derby of remote control cars be?
Live streaming with Pong's his
now we're cooking.
Live streaming equipment.
Wait,
now we're cooking.
Here's the other thing, Mr. Pong. We're in Las Vegas.
Please. Come on, it's fine.
Dr. Pong. The honorable and esteemed Dr. Pong. In Las Vegas, we're in a place where people come here and blow wads of money for entertainment.
Yes.
Right? So who wouldn't come here for a bachelor party and drop like several grand each to have a demolition derby for their bachelor party, right?
That's pretty fucking...
Pretty awesome, right?
So here's what you do then. Okay, I'm gonna give you
strippers. Oh, sorry.
Keep on adding.
Too far?
Yeah.
Okay. Car catapult strippers.
Man, I didn't even tell you guys about my former career as an MC at a
strip joint.
Lord.
For the first of two, Starlene coming at you. Here she goes, one of two. I bring them down and switch them around. Here's Portia.
I believe you already.
Best job in the world for 20 minutes. After that, terrible. Do not recommend. Anywho, all right. So here's what you do. You make a device that has the steering wheel controller, right? Gear driven steering wheel controller, something that grabs onto the wheel and turns it.
Yeah.
Probably closer to the center if you can, because that's going to be the most adaptable for various cars, which I will come back to in a moment. Then you want to have something that's able to be adjusted, very important, and push on the car's own gas and brake pedal. Now, why are we going through this much trouble when you could just, wire up a servo to this and hook the thing to that and blah, blah, blah? Because if you're going to have a demolition derby, you want to be able to swap out cars.
Yes.
And if you can basically swap out the driver, now, that's going to be a little bit more expensive to build the initial one, but you should be able to get some reuses out of it.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you.
So your idea has merit, and just to stave off the next question, I have no interest whatsoever in working. None. Zero. None.
Wait, that doesn't sound awesome.
But you got to understand, I got my own problems. I got problems. Okay. I'm kidding. I mean, I do, but still. No,
would $500 help your problem at all?
No.
No. You got big problems. Okay.
What I'm getting at here, and that's the thing too.
You married Starlene, didn't you?
Hell no. The worst.
Don't marry a stripper, man. Whatever you do.
No. I don't want to be like that, because like they're just people that are working there trying to pay the bills. Just like, and that's the thing. People get on people like on Twitch. Like people get all over this girl. What's her name? Amaranth, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Amaranth.
Yeah. That person. They get all over. Oh my God, she's just doing the thing and being sexy on the internet. Blah blah blah. Right? Okay. Here's the thing. Let's say that I was stacked. Let's say that I was Mr. Muscle Guy. I assure you, I know you can only see me from here up. I assure you, I am not. But at any rate, if you were wondering, if you're like, man, I'll bet that guy. I'll bet he's got a lot of. No, I don't.
No, I was thinking, yeah.
Most people do. No. Anyway, so let's say I was though, and I had a show on Twitch, right? And I was lifting weights. Just covered in oil or whatever, and I'm lifting weights, right? I am sure that there would probably be people watching it, but no one would say a damn word to me.
Because
no one would say nothing to me.
Crush their skull.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that part, but I don't think that anyone would take the moral high road with me. So why would it be any different for her?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's using what she got to get what she wants. And if someone wants to pay for it, hey, God bless, go for it. Now it's not for me, and the reason it's not for me is because it is boring. It is really boring.
Wait, what's the actual complaint? Is that she's doing porny stuff on Twitch, which is supposed to be for games?
No, well, okay. I think what the argument is, it goes a little something like this. I'm going to come to Twitch for porn.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a different website for that.
Yeah. All right. And I mean, I don't go there for Minecraft, but it's there. I just ignore it and go on to what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, like, there's no possible way that well, okay, like number one, I just would not look that good in a swimsuit. But there's no possible way that I would do a show like that. Just because it looks just freaking boring as hell. Like, she's like, because after your first hour in a hot tub, the first thing I'm thinking about is getting out of that hot tub.
No, you would do it. You would do it if you saw hundreds of dollars a minute coming in at you.
Oh, absolutely, I would.
Yeah,
100% I would. And that's why I say, like these people giving her the business about it. Like, no, leave her alone. You know what I mean? Like, she's using what she got to get what she wants, and I can't fault anybody for that. So
you've changed my mind. I will marry any stripper that wants to marry me. You've talked me into it.
Well, not entirely my goal, but okay. I guess how about this? Look at it on a case-by-case basis, I guess, is ultimately what I'm saying.
Okay.
Go on a case-by-case. Ignore the stripper part. Ignore the stripper. Yeah, there you go. There's the wisdom of the aged millennial, not a millennial.
Do we even need to get to the origin of Mighty Pong? Or do we...
It doesn't matter.
Anytime you're ready, man. I've been trying to get us back there, but you're like, no. Robot car.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
I mean,
this is not where I expected to be, but it is where I am, and I'm very happy about it.
We just got to move forward from here, one day at a time. So, okay, the origins of Mighty Pong.
Wait, I'm going to ask.
Okay, no, go ahead.
So if maybe sum it up in money value and time, if Emmett were to really go down this route of building the car, how much would you estimate time and money for somebody that kind of doesn't know? Is it somebody that's a beginner in this to get that robot car? So the servos, and then to learn to program some of it, is that like a year's time?
Programming?
I'm guessing you have to. I mean, those
servos.
Assuming that you put. Let me think about this for a second. The fastest way to do it really is the way I'm talking about, by building either a remote control car or a BattleBot. But if you went that route, learned the small mistakes while they're still cheap, I would say you probably could get out of it for $4,000, maybe. And this is involving, like, you happen upon a bunch of servos that happen to be perfect at a junkyard or a electronic swap meet or something like that. If you buy the latest and greatest and you buy it all brand new, it can definitely go up. But I'm gonna say you can probably get it done all in for like $5,000 over the course of. It's gonna take you some time to learn how to program the thing.
It's a servo.
That's right. It is a servo, and that is easy.
Gas brake.
It'll take less time. It'll take less time than you think, especially to build something that's working. Because if you think about it, all you have to do is get the car in gear. That's one thing, right? You got to build some kind of mechanism. Like if it's 3 on the tree, you got to have some mechanism to pull the thing forward and go down 2 clicks or whatever, or if it's the gear shift on the ground, you got to make something to do that. So that's one thing. You've got to have a wheel that can turn this way and that way. So that's another thing. Yeah, that's one servo or stepper motor, or however whatever works best. And then you got to have 2 servos for gas and brake.
Yeah.
And you're done. You got to control 4 things. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
All right. So you can do it.
In fact, I could have him hold the brake while I shifted into gear and save myself a whole servo. That doesn't sound dangerous at all.
Well, you would have to have it hold the brake. Yeah. Well, no, you'd make that part of your, I'm going now subroutine. Like, okay, first of all, activate the brake. Second of all, do the thing. Now release the brake, and now we're armed. Now we're moving.
Yeah. I like it.
Play a little tune, flash some LEDs, and you're good.
I would bring up the horn too, you know.
Why not?
So you can still beep it.
No, the cop lights.
You're gonna have extra buttons on the remote control anyway, so may as well.
All right,
go into hard mode and try to do that with a manual.
Stick shift.
Now you're getting tricky.
You're straying from the end result. We want the remote control car. We don't want to make it difficult.
You could. Well, you know what's interesting about that though is you could hook it directly into the ECU, monitor the revolutions per minute, and then you could probably get it to shift without even a clutch. If you watch the RPMs and you're like, okay, this is about the place, I'm going to put some pressure on it and pop. There we go. You know what I mean?
No, that's going to be automatic. All these Crown Vics are autos.
Oh well, then yeah. Okay, in that case, screw it. Yeah, you don't have to do that part. So 4 things. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Not that hard. Yeah.
I'm sold.
Well,
I would probably add 1/5 thing.
Yeah.
I would probably add something that would sever the ignition as like an emergency and have it be completely separate from that remote control and everything else. That way, you know, if shit hits a fan, you can just hit a big red button and car just shuts off and coasts to a stop.
Detonates.
Yeah.
Self-destruct.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to need Joe's help. You're going to need Joe's help. You and Joe work on that together. And
Joe is officially Mr. Safety.
No, you build
episode.
you build a catapult that could predict the trajectory of the car, and then you just destroy the car with the
launch a cow at the car.
cow. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Have the Robocop statue manning the catapult.
There you go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
But dressed as a stripper.
Yeah.
And there we go.
That's the most biggest thing I've ever heard.
Tassels. Yeah.
And we're good.
I should start a Kickstarter to buy the Robocop statue and do something awesome with it. That's what I should do. I'll start a new Kickstarter.
I mean, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would go somewhere. That might have legs. I don't know.
Kickstarter. Bring Robocop to Vegas. That's going to be the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm in.
All right, now do we go back to the Mighty Pong? Let's go. Let's get back on track.
For the record, I did not have a boner under the table.
Huh. All right. Well, self-reports aside.
I mean, I'm very excited, but not that way.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. So RoboCop is what you're asking about. So back in the 80s, right? The RoboCop movie. No, I'm kidding. All right. So the Mighty Pong. So I was on this show. So the SYN Shop had a long-standing show that was there that was put on by someone else. Let me know if you can hear that fan over the.
No.
Can you hear? Oh no, you can totally hear that. Hold on.
No, actually,
I can't hear it.
Yeah, Zoom.
No. Your little box isn't lighting up whenever it's on. So
it's not.
Whenever your mic's open, I don't hear it.
Yeah, I think Zoom has a built-in noise canceling also.
It does.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I turned that off because I'm running it through a 286S.
And actually, speaking about the noise
there
canceling,
we go. We're good.
Pong, you suggested that was it Video Ninja? So the
Video Ninja.
I actually tried it out. So it's a Zoom.
I get it like video.
Yeah, video Ninja. It's like
that's the name of the thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I tried it, and actually, it does everything I want except for 2 that it kind of is glitchy on, and then 1 that it doesn't. The one that it's glitchy on is the recording. It records locally. I think I had it kind of glitch out once, and then the one that the other thing that it doesn't do, it doesn't have a built-in noise cancellation thing that Zoom's doing.
That's true.
So I actually tried to run it on one of my laptops. One of my old laptops has a really loud fan, and it's picking it up like crazy. So I actually can't use
that
it.
sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too bad your laptop blows.
Yeah. No pun intended. Back to the
I put everything.
No, I mean the name. Back to the name.
I was wondering if Mighty Pong is sitting next to a giant hydroponic grow operation right now with all kinds of fans blowing. Oh, okay.
No. Yeah,
that would explain the fan.
I don't. Well, the fan is because it's hotter than Billy be damned, especially with the lights. But but no, I was never really into that. Like even when it became legal, I was like, oh, cool, have fun. Yeah, but I don't have anything against it. It just never did me any favors. I was just like, oh, I'm very sleepy now. Okay.
No, I'm with you. We tried it once to see if we could turn a grow up into a profitable activity.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
It didn't. No.
I mean,
They could have.
The numbers and the circumstance didn't make sense for us.
I can dig it. Yeah.
Our calculations in our spreadsheet said no.
back in my day, we had to turn it off whenever the helicopters was up above us. Anyway, all right. So I don't know what that means. I just read it on the internet somewhere. Never even been to Kentucky. What are you talking about? Okay, so the name. What? I don't know. Is it? You tell me. I don't know.
Bourbon.
Never been there. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm getting blue balls over here trying to figure out where this name came from.
We should do this the entire show.
Never get to it.
What the hell? Like, anybody listen? What the hell's his name?
We're only an hour in, guys.
Yeah. We got a long way to go. Okay, I'll save the Mighty Pong for the last hour.
So did you really work at a strip or join as an MC?
Yeah. No, that was real. Let's see. I haven't said anything untrue yet.
What?
Was it that place called Babes out in Henderson?
Oh, no. This is a long time ago. I lived in Kansas City at the time.
Was it more ratchet back then or ratchet because of the city?
What is Kansas, some kind of crime den? Or
what? Our last podcast with Angie, she was that wasn't our last. Sorry. So, anyways, she said that Jersey was really ratchet. So I'm assuming she was saying how Vegas is so like built up and the business behind it is so refined.
Oh, you're saying our strip clubs are way classier and nicer than other cities?
Yeah. So sorry.
Well, that's true.
Oh, okay.
That's true. Yeah.
I thought you were impinging the entire city of Kansas City for being a
no
crime-riddled ghetto den of terrible.
Yeah, not all of it. Not all of it. No.
From the horse's mouth.
Yeah, and I'm from St. Louis, and St. Louis is definitely worse. Definitely worse. Yeah. So okay. Which you want first? Should I
It's up to
relieve? No, I don't want. I mean, how that.
Hang on, Joe. Hang on.
Should we go ahead and finish that? For the love of Joe, can we please just answer the damn question? Okay. All right.
Joe went over to Twitch. He's watching Amaranth now. Amaranth.
Well, I mean, I don't.
You gotta relieve the stress somehow.
You know. Weird that I would drive you to that, but no, actually, it's not that weird. Actually, come to think of it. Okay, so let's see. So there was a show that was at the SYN shop for quite some time, and they had been running, I think, 2 years before I even came to the shop in the first place. And basically, what happened is they had a community mic, and I had former radio experience. Don't forget to ask me about that, by the way, the swearing on air. But
fuck yeah.
It's one of my favorite stories. Okay, let's see, where was so they're doing this show there, and there's this community mic, and I'm like, hey, you mind if I sit in? And like occasionally I would wait until one of them said something that I could play off of, and then I'd say something silly to break the tension or whatever, because the show at the time was this incredibly dry, which some people like. Okay, like I'm not disparaging it, but it was a very dry tech thing
about like BattleBots and
no. It was
okay.
tech. I mean, I'm talking like IP addresses, MAC addresses, and spoofing this and doing that thing, and I am of the opinion. Every key, and this is one of the things I mentioned in the thing, but I am currently of the opinion that we are, if we're not there now, we are almost in a post-security world. And what I mean by that is this: anything that you do today, I don't care how secure it is now, is going to be broken later, and there's going to be a copy of it somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. Thank God I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
If I had grown up in a time where people like there were cameras on your cell phones, but like when I was coming up, if you whipped one of those out at a party, man, people would be pissed. Like what are you doing? Like
you can't just record me.
Yeah, don't record me right now. I'm dancing.
I'm doing my
but like whatever. So But now it's like everybody and their brother-in-law is taking pictures of themselves in all kinds of situations. And it's just like, okay, even if you say this is saved to my iCloud or my Google Drive or whatever now today, at some point, someone's going to get in, because the bad guys only have to be right once.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
They only have to get in once. The security guys have to be right every damn time, right?
Yeah.
But the bad guys only have to be right once, and your stuff is on the internet. Goodbye.
That's a great point. Yeah.
So I kind of view the whole security discussion. Now, there is a counterpoint to that, of course, and it's like, okay, but yeah, true.
I hope you're leading us on a bullshit story away from the Mighty Pong.
No, I swear to you, I'm coming back.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming back. Okay.
I thought this was the best troll story ever.
See, you're just encouraging me now. Poor Joseph over there. He's gonna faint.
He's spitting up his beer.
I apologize for that. That's alcohol abuse, and it's not to be tolerated. Okay, all right. So. My apologies on spitting up the beer. Okay, so no, this is not a bullshit story. I will get to it. I swear to you. But okay. We are, But that's what I say when I mean post-security economy, post-security world. What you secure today is going to be unlocked tomorrow. Okay, so anyway, that show was incredibly dry, and so occasionally I would say something stupid, typically a dick joke, and provide some kind of lift to it, or I would ask, I would ask the answer to a release, one might say, Joe.
Some kind of excitement.
Mm-hmm. Some kind of payoff to a long-running bit.
Some kind of bukkake on the face of.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far.
No,
no, but seriously though,
I saw that on a Japanese menu in Vietnam. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
You're serious?
It was a Japanese restaurant in Vietnam.
Okay.
I'm guessing the Vietnamese don't know Japanese, and I walked up and I was looking at udon, and one of the special ones was called.
Did you order it?
Yeah.
It was like, could you not?
Yeah. It was just like mushrooms and mushroom
salty.
udon or something.
Did they sprinkle sauce on the top of it?
I watched them. They didn't do anything funky.
It'd be
like
great.
You ordered it, but you still watched it the way that you said that. Like, I was making sure,
No, whatever the sauce is, they should have the whole staff stand around and put the sauce on the bowl at the same time.
They did not. They didn't give me that pleasure.
Was this one of the restaurants that your family owns?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
I took a picture of it. I'll put it on. Hopefully on this video if I find the picture.
No, that's not the bukkake picture I want to see.
I took a picture of the menu. not what you're talking about.
Not the bukkake itself.
Okay, now I do have a boner under the table here.
That's not the one you wanted to see.
So my goal is to try to get the Mighty Pong not to tell a story now.
You're trying to distract?
You guys started it.
We only have 2 hours left, bro.
I can
We're
do
so
this all
close.
day.
No, we're so close.
I stream on Twitch. I can do this all day.
Yeah. No. The Maker Hacker Sin shop had a community mic, and they'd talk about really boring shit. And you showed up, and you're the funny guy that has a couple of good things to say and bring the show some entertainment.
Right. So eventually, I kind of weaseled my way onto being a host. I do this. Okay, this is actually another thing that I was talking about. No, seriously though.
So when I was a school bus driver,
just take the ride, will you? Just get in and take the ride. No, I'm playing. No, but seriously though,
okay, we're in. We've lost Pong.
I'm good. I'm fine.
For our audience, Pong has fallen off screen. He's now climbing back into his chair.
All right, this is good. This is good times here. This is fun. Okay, all right. So anyway, one of the things that I often do is
Oh, and also for the audio listeners, I'm like crying from laughing too. I've been wiping my tears for like the last 5 minutes.
Excellent.
Joe's questioning his participation tonight. He's like, there's 8 other things I could have been doing.
He's like, but ain't no way he's leaving now. He's like, no. He is.
I'm sticking through to the end. I'm here now.
I will drive to Henderson if he doesn't tell me how he got that name.
Joe's like, I wore my nice hoodie for this shit.
So, okay, one of the things that I'll often do, and this is what I did with this situation, is I will be in a place where a thing will happen long enough to wait for the opportunity for that thing to happen, and then I'm just the guy that's always been there, and it's easy to go, and here I am, right? So that's what happened with the show. Somebody was out one night, or 2 people were out one night, and I was like, hey, I could do a show with you. It'd be fun, I could sit in and just temporary, just temporary. Yeah. And then eventually, someone got tired of it and they left, or someone moved out of town or whatever, and then here I am. Yeah. So I got onto the show. Now,
you're like the friend that my girlfriend has that's always hanging around.
We might want to talk after the show.
Have you go shopping with her? I don't get it. I don't want to go shopping with her.
Oh boy.
Did he buy you a pair of noise canceling headphones too?
I'm sure it's fine. It's nothing. It's good. Yeah, it's good. No, it's great. Yeah.
He bought us matching Uggs. I don't know what it means, but it's okay. So you found your way.
I don't know what it means either. Wait a minute. Okay. All right.
You found your way onto the show.
I found the way onto the show. Yeah.
Yes.
And I did the show. I don't know. I want to say 2-3 years, something like that. And it was a fun thing to do. It got me out of the house, and but it kind of gave me like the back on the stage bug. Like I used to DJ a long time ago, and not the strip club thing. I mean, like at parties and stuff. Well, no, that too.
Okay,
that too. It's kind of weird. Now looking back, it was a weird situation. It's a weird situation when your day job, your normal job, just to keep something on the books, is working as a strip club MC.
Yeah.
Well, how did that happen? But anyway, that's what happened. Well, how that happened is gigs dried up. But anyway, it's weird, like with Joe Biden as the president now, because he's literally the reason that he was a big contributor to me not being a DJ. Literally.
Whoa, this just got political.
No, see? Well, no. I'm glad he's here. Is he my favorite? No.
Did he cancel you in the 80s? What are we talking about?
Well, so he came out with the Rave Act. When he was still a senator, you can look it up. He came up with the Rave Act. And what it did was
Rave Act. Okay.
RAVE. Yeah. And what it was if drugs are found at an event, they could hold the person that owns the venue liable.
Oh my lord.
Right. And so all of the venues all of a sudden went, this was like late 90s, something like that. And that was part of what drove the rave movement. Sounds so stupid. But it's part of what drove rave parties into the clubs. Because in a club, for some reason, it's fine.
No, you can't have a rave without drugs and a warehouse and secret invites.
Honestly, like especially when I was actually playing, I honestly wasn't really that into that part.
No, but that's why people go.
That's why some people go. That's why
some people go for the music. Go. Yeah,
a lot do. Yeah, it would.
You just said when the drugs got outlawed, it changed everything.
No, when the spaces got outlawed, when the venues got
because
outlawed.
Of the drugs, they weren't saying, "Oh, we still want to do raves without drugs."
But even if they did,
oh yeah,
even if that wasn't an issue. In other words, it wasn't like what I'm getting at here is, and I've definitely seen some very, very. Oh boy, I don't know how far I want to go into this one. I have seen police.
Drugs are a pillar of this activity.
No. I disagree with that. I mean, they're a pillar of music. Period. They're a pillar of creativity. If you're anti-drug, throw away every rock album that you own.
No, I'm not anti-drug at all. I
don't think you are. No. I'm not saying that. That's an old Bill Hicks thing. But my point being here that I have seen police walk into a place and pull something out of their pocket and be like, "Oh, look, I found drugs here." Things shut down. LOL. Yeah. So it doesn't happen. It doesn't even matter if you clean things up. They're gonna find a reason to shut you down because you're those dadgum kids and you're making a racket and normal people don't like it, or not in my community.
Dirty cops.
I know they're doing drugs and I'll prove it by faking that they're doing drugs.
I mean, they were.
Some. I mean, anywhere you have people, that's going to be there. Like anywhere you have a person, like your job, someone's carrying. Like someone's got some. So it's whatever. But anyway, my point being,
after Joe Biden sent the dirty cops to put your club out of business,
not exactly.
You had to go work in strip clubs.
Not at all what I said. No, but so
and after you married Cinnamon, whatever the hell her name was, you came to Vegas.
This is going to be the intro to the. This is going to be the intro. That's going to be the intro to this 3-hour podcast.
So RoboCop,
great listener,
was originally by Paul Vanhoven, right? And that went through all kinds of production issues.
He also did Total Recall.
What was interesting? No, I'm kidding. I just watched the movies that made us like a couple days ago.
Yeah, Starship
Troopers. Yeah, that's such a good series.
Isn't it a great series?
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Let's see. What was there was that one. There was the Coming to America behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh. A lot of people don't know that was Samuel L. Jackson's first movie.
First ever? I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely his first big one. But that was his breakout performance. He was the guy that robbed the McDowells.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. That was his very first motherfucker. I know. First of many.
For some reason that's actually during that scene when Arsenio Hall gets him with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And he says, your rhinoceros pizzle or something like that. That line is always stuck in my head. I don't know why.
Oh, that's
funny. You don't know the line, though.
When I was a kid.
You gotta give us the whole line then.
He says, something freeze you disease rhinoceros pizzle or something like that.
That's correct.
I don't remember the exact line, but
permanently
right around there
into his body.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever knock it out of his mind except being asked what it is. That and it's gone.
Joe, you did
that and wondering where your name came from. Those are the two things that are just blaze into my mind.
I think he just says freeze you diseased rhinoceros pizzle.
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
We were thinking it was too much.
I'm getting so much mileage out of a stupid bit. Yeah. Oh my God.
See, now I'm washing lettuce.
So I'm at home washing lettuce, not watching lettuce. I stopped watching lettuce a long time ago. Paint drying is a lot more fun. Okay, all right.
You're on the SYN. Wait, so the Maker Shop has its own open mic radio show? Radio show? Okay.
Yeah. Had it for many years. A bunch of people ended up leaving town, and finally the last person left. Was
it on Twitch, or how was this getting?
It was on YouTube.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Typically about 5 people watched it, and about 4 of them were hosting it. So it was one of those. Yeah. That was a typical viewership numbers there. Okay, so that happened.
We have a big family. Sorry, I got a buddy in Portland watching.
I gotcha. Yeah, just him.
I mean, he's the only one giving us feedback right now. Everybody else.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I might have to beep that.
Okay.
Brian. Sorry.
Brian beep beep.
He's got some court troubles.
Not
drug related.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, well, sure. Mm-hmm. And I've never been to Kentucky. Mm-hmm, sure. Why would I go to Kentucky? That's ridiculous. I've never been.
Good strip clubs.
Oh, really?
In Kentucky?
I wouldn't know.
Really?
Hey, you say that.
Yeah, the stage.
But you haven't been to Kentucky.
Barrels.
And neither have I.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. The name. Come on. You got. You can't blame me for knocking us off topic. Okay?
I don't blame you. I'm just trying not to contribute to the delay anymore.
Are you though? No, I'm kidding. I'm
trying. I'm not succeeding.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fair.
Okay, yeah.
No, seriously though. All right, here we go. The name. It's time. We have arrived. But let's come back to some of those other topics later on. But we have arrived.
Yes.
On that show, I had a clever idea because so like I was saying, I used to DJ. We'll come back to that. I used to DJ once upon a time and all that, and I learned the value of a pseudonym. Let's come back to that. This would be a perfect chance to talk about that, but we're not gonna because we're getting to the name. Okay, so what I did originally was I wanted to have a different name every week. Okay, and so they would introduce themselves, and I would say, and I'm Richard Satchel. And I'm Michael Ockhertz. And I'm Fran Tarkenton. Like just make up some random bullshit or some random sports guy from the 70s that I only remember because he was on a TV show that I watched in the 80s.
Right.
Fran Tarkenton. Just, Google that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. He was on Real People on ABC. That's where I know him from. Anyway.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what ABC was.
Yeah, that's fair. No one else does either. Okay. All right. Sesame Street. The name for will you let me tell this story? I'm kidding. Okay. You poor Joseph over there. Okay. So
he's on Tinder right now. He doesn't care.
Well, fair enough.
Even better.
He's like, I'll give you $50 if you just tell me the story of this guy's name.
Just DM me. DM me the story.
Make something up for the love of God. I didn't know this guy 2 hours ago. I don't care, but I want to know now. All right. So I made up a name every week, and the one that stuck, and I don't know why this is, but the one that stuck was Richard Satchel, and I hated it. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Well, duh. Yeah, that's fine. That's why I said
okay, I'm a little slow. I didn't get that at first.
All right. Man, when you sort out Mike Ockhertz, you'll just be.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, it's actually pronounced O'Hare. It's Ockhertz. It's O'Hare.
Well, no, everybody else thinks it's funny if your name is Dickbag, but.
Exactly.
It's hard to have everybody else call you Dickbag all the time.
Well, so that's the thing. Like people started introducing me to new people at the shop as that. I'm like, dude, that was a pseudonym for one night, but they kept it up, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. Well, when I left the show folded, and then I'm like, okay. I let it cool down for like 2 or 3 months, and then I was like, okay, well, hey, after January, there's been a cooling off period. Fine. I reached out to a couple people at the shop, said, hey, I'm interested in doing a Friday night show. They said, oh, that sounds awesome. That's great. Cool. So I needed a name. I needed a new name because I was starting over. I was just, this is my own thing. I'm going to do this the way I want to do it because I always wanted to do like double camera shot with decent lighting and good graphics and all that stuff. I wanted to do a good production, not, like it was fine for what it was. You know what I mean? Like what they were doing was fine for what it was. I'm not trying to disparage anybody that worked on it or anything like that, because the guy that actually put the thing together, he was, he's cool. I like him.
Yeah, you just had aspirations.
Kind of, yeah. I wanted to. I was doing a different show than they were doing. Is really all it comes down to, right?
Yeah.
And it was better. No, I'm kidding. But okay, so anyway, like I
hope they watch this.
Me too. Me too. Don't.
They're gonna blow you up with the Dickbag. Very true.
In the comments, if you know this guy's name,
just write Satchel in capital letters.
Yeah.
God. Okay, so the Mighty Pong. Where did the Mighty Pong come from? Okay, so now on the very first show, actually, I introduced myself as Pong Jr. And the reason why I did Pong Jr. originally was because my dad, he passed away a long time ago, but my dad worked at the power company in St. Louis, and he was known as Pong because he played ping pong really, really well.
All right.
He got away significantly easy on the nicknames.
Yeah.
That's not a story for this podcast, but he got away very easy on the nickname. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, like it was to the point where his hard hat said Pong and everything. Like he was Pong at work.
Weird.
And so the very first one, I mean, it's a construction site. People have nicknames, and usually they're way worse.
Was your dad Chinese?
What's that?
Was your dad Chinese?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah. No, he was not.
Okay.
So
you seem very sure.
Last time I checked.
No, Chinese people love ping pong.
Oh well, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
Okay.
Either that or I was really not paying attention for a long time.
Okay. All right.
Maybe.
So you came out as Pong Jr.
So I came out as Pong Jr. I'm tired of living a lie. Okay. Anyway, I came out as
what type of sex show is that in Vegas? The title.
I don't know about that one. No. Okay. So anyway, so the initial show was Pong Jr. and I was like, that's not where I want to be. That's not what I need. That doesn't have the right ring to it. First of all, Pong Jr., 3 syllables. Pong Jr. It's just. Second of all, I'm self-diminuting, right? By
you got to hype yourself up.
I mean, kind of a little, I think, right?
Right.
And I really liked there needed to be something else to it. I wanted to keep Pong in there, right? But then I don't know how it came to me, the Mighty Pong, but I really liked I like things that kind of work against themselves, right? Because ping pong is not mighty. There's nothing mighty about ping pong, right?
Right, sure.
But the Mighty Pong, that has a ring.
Yeah.
You got to admit, it has a ring to it. The Mighty Pong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course I am the Mighty Pong. So like it has a certain ring to it, and I like just the way that the words flow together. Also, Pong in and of itself is not only an old game, but it's also one of the first video games, right?
Yeah.
So it's something that was revolutionary in its day, but now is seen as almost an antique at this. I guess it is an antique at this point. Like we're talking over 50 years. We're talking about 50 years now since Pong came out, right? So it's the old, it's the new, it's the mighty, it's Pong. It's like it works against itself, right? It's a little diminutive, but then mighty balances it out.
No, it's fun.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I like that. I like that reasoning. That's actually really cool.
Man, that was anticlimactic, but the journey was good.
I was ready to go way longer. I was prepared, man. I had 3 stories queued up that I skipped over on the way here.
I would have punched the camera if you had kept going.
I know. You gotta let the tension off at some point. At some point,
I will say this. I am incredibly relieved right now.
Are you?
Yeah, just to get some resolution. I can have closure. I can die in my sleep happily.
Right.
Everything's okay.
I thought it was from that Mighty Bong you were packing over there.
I mean, I don't know what that thing is. I have no idea. So that's where the name came from. Go ahead.
When you say you used to be a DJ, are you talking about like radio station DJ or like
that
special events and raving DJ?
I was that one. I was special events and raving DJ. We flew this guy in from St. Louis to play records for you people. I was that guy.
People were flying you in. You were that good.
I was what I like to call a medium deal.
If it was records, was it in the 80s?
What's that?
If it was records, was it in the 80s?
Oh, no. We're talking 90s. We're talking 91 all the way up to 2000. I probably quit playing about 2012, 2013, somewhere in that area.
Oh, that's a good stretch, man.
Oh, it was great. I was on Much Music TV. I had like 7 records out, 3 CDs. Yeah. About 3 or 4 mixtapes. Because I'm that old.
Are you producing music or you're just DJing?
Okay, different meaning. Okay, so
what is that?
Back in my day, a mixtape was what you put together in your bedroom to hand to promoters to say, if you book me at your party, this is an example of how I play records.
Yeah.
Right?
Is the real skill fading Baby Got Back into Young MC? Is that transitioning the songs together? Is that the real skill, or is it talking, or what?
From a chord standpoint, I could actually see that working. No, so there's two different parts to it. Okay, there's the mechanical part, and then there's the musical part. And here's what I mean by that. The mechanical part is you need to learn to count to 8 4 times in a row. All right, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 2 2, and so on and so forth. Okay. And then when you start the 1 over again, the song's probably going to change. If it's built like 98% of the techno and house music out there, it's going to change every 4 of those bars. Okay. So, and then when you let it go, you're listening in your headphones, you let it go, and you match the pitch in your headphones, and then you've got the pitch set correctly. So now you spin back to where you want to bring the song in. And then you do it live. Then you 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, boom.
What
now,
baby, don't hurt me.
Man, when that song came out, I know now it's a joke, but when that song came out, oh man, Hadaway, What Is Love? Oh, good track. Okay, anyway, but I wasn't that kind of DJ. I wasn't like the clubby DJ. What I played originally was breakbeats, which is. How do I even explain breakbeats now?
What's a breakbeat?
Breakdancing music.
Oh, don't touch me because I'm close to the edge.
Yeah, that only with a little bit more of a.
I mean that entirely out of my ass.
That is a song. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep it going under. Just for the rest of that song.
Yeah,
but yeah. So it's kind of that, but like with lots of little samples in it. It's inspired by that, right?
Okay.
But it's kind of like it's like 75% that and 25% techno.
Wait, so are people flying you in for breakdancing events?
Not for breakdancing events, no, but just to play at shows.
That was a style that you did.
That was a style, exactly.
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then probably about 94, 95.
Breakdancers ain't got no money.
I mean, they paid to get into shows like everybody else. Actually, if breakdancers were really good, sometimes they got comped, because it's exciting to have breakdancers breakdancing at your show,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're the DJ and they're doing it right next to the turntables. That's
dangerous, yeah.
Makes for records.
Oh, wait, so you're coming in to DJ at clubs?
No.
Oh, damn it.
I'm coming in to DJ at warehouses.
Warehouse, like a rave, okay.
Yeah, the ones that Biden shut down.
Yeah. See? Joe's paying attention.
I'm starting to get the whole picture here.
You got it, man. All right. Okay, so anyway, I used to play that. Then I started playing disco house, which is if you take 75% disco, 50% disco, and mix it with 50% techno, right?
Yeah.
Smush those two together. And, the closest I could probably get to it in something that's easily digestible today would be something like Daft Punk, right? In fact, you would not know who Daft Punk was if it weren't from a guy from St. Louis. Not me, but a guy that I know, Terry Mullen.
Okay.
Because Terry Mullen put Daft Punk's Defunk on this song called Defunk on this tape called New School Fusion Volume 2, I want to say. It was either 1 or 2, but Volume 2. And that tape was just massive. Like, it was just huge, like definitely across the U.S. I don't know about across the world, but Terry Mullen is the one.
Around the
I see what you did there. No, but yeah. So, and he at the time was from St. Louis when he made that. So at any rate, okay,
I didn't know St. Louis was such a hub for club music.
Well, so what's interesting is that we were right down Interstate 55 from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
We were only a 5-hour drive. No, less than that. I think a 4-hour drive from Chicago, right? So Chicago blowing up with house music, just ridiculous. They're 2 hours away from Detroit, which is blowing up with techno, right?
Oh.
2 hours or 4 hours, something like that. But anyway, just based on our proximity to the highway, which was close enough to Chicago, and kids with disposable income who are willing to drive 4 hours for a freaking party, like our scene was kind of rode the wave of Chicago's, right?
Dude, I used to live in San Diego during college, and actually, even before college. But we would drive like 45 minutes down to TJ to drink,
Okay.
That seemed like fucking forever. I can't imagine driving 4 hours to go party somewhere.
Party.
Yeah.
Party. Think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The minute
I've never wanted to party that hard in my life that I would drive 4 hours.
Yeah, the minute I turned 21, I'm like, fuck going to TJ. I'll just go here and pay $9 for the beer.
Sure. Well, and that's why I say that it was never about the drugs entirely. For a large percentage of the people, it was not about that. You look at it this way: when you go to a steakhouse, do you put salt on the steak?
You shouldn't.
If it needs it.
If it needs it,
If it needs it, yeah. But you hopefully
go.
shouldn't have to.
It should be
You
perfectly
shouldn't have to.
salted.
You
I've
shouldn't
never
have.
been to a steakhouse, so I don't know.
Okay.
They should be
I've heard it's bad etiquette to ask for ketchup though.
that and A1.
Oh man. Okay. We got to come back to the ketchup on steak thing. I got to tell you that story. too.
Just for the record, that was just a joke. I'm honestly disappointed in myself for even saying that.
No. I'm coming back. I got to come back to ketchup on steak because I want to try it, and I'll tell you why.
Joe's trying to keep himself from getting stopped at steakhouses. Like, oh no, sorry, we heard what you said on the internet.
Maybe.
Not coming in here, buddy.
Your name's not down. You're not coming in. That's another.
You're not allowed within 500 feet of the steakhouse, sir.
Get out of here. We asked them politely but firmly to leave.
Oh my God.
I'll tell
That's
you.
a great
what.
show.
Oh yeah, Hank Hill.
It's literally my favorite show of all time.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's like a sidetrack. Sorry.
Oh damn it.
Okay,
Which one was I on?
We have an idea of what kind of DJ you were.
Yes. Okay.
Is it are you allowed to swear because there's a bunch of kids in there, or not allowed to swear? Wait, is everybody 21, or what's the deal?
Well, so okay, all right. So first of all, they were most of them were all age shows. There was not alcohol sold, especially in the early days.
They were definitely doing drugs.
Well, I guess that's where I was going. You don't drive for 4 hours to go to a party just to get messed up, because you're not even going to really remember it, right? You're driving there to hear the people that are play music that you're not going to hear anywhere else. Remember, this is the 90s. We ain't got no Beatport. We don't have iTunes. We don't even have freaking Napster until 98, 99, right?
Okay.
We don't have any of that crap. And the stuff that we're going to parties to hear, I'm talking like it's 20 years ago. But the stuff that we were going to parties to hear.
Mission.
Our mission. No, we didn't even know the freaking names of the songs. Like most of the songs that people were playing at these, there was only 1,000 copies. Every record that I put out, I think the most copies that were ever made of them were like 2,000.
Okay.
The ones that I personally put out were no more than 1,000.
Yeah.
Right. So 1,000 records, that is a drop in the ocean. That is nothing.
It's like one high school.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you're going to hear the music first. If you're not interested in hearing music that you can't hear anywhere else, then do drugs at home. Like,
okay,
it's fine. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about that. And I'm being sincere on that. Seriously. I have super cereal, but
sorry, I didn't mean to insult your previous life.
No. I don't take it that way. It's a common misconception though, and I get it because it's always the jackasses that whenever they would do a news story, they find the most gurned out, geeked out freakazoid that they possibly can to 100%. Put on camera. Like. I love going to the party because the lights and stuff is really cool. Like that's who they put on TV.
Coated in sweat.
Yeah.
All right.
God.
What's this dude? What's he got going on? Yeah.
Oh, man, I really pissed someone off once
at one of these warehouses
at a party. Yeah. Okay. So okay. I swear, I tell some stories. Okay, so.
We need to get into maker hacker shops. Was that the original goal?
We'll come back to that.
I thought we were talking about
this. Will all circle around.
I walked in with a bunch of 3D printing questions.
Sorry.
Wait. You said earlier that you guys don't do 3D printing. You guys don't have any printers?
Oh yeah, no, we got 3D printers.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh no, we got 3D. We have 3D printers, my friend.
Yeah. No, you can't ever admit to making 3D printed gun parts. That would be what you can't do in the 3D printing world, right? Yeah.
Well, could you even 3D print something that could handle a fucking an ammunition cartridge and not explode?
Yes, once.
You get one shot.
Once.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, the structural integrity has to be compromised.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just so much goddamn stress between the heat, the percussion effects, all that shit.
And you are 100% asking for that thing to blow up in your hand.
Yeah.
You are 100% asking for that. And,
Joe, have you done any 3D printing? Are you into that? Have you had any experience?
We used a 3D printer at my last job to print out prototype parts because it's cheaper just to verify that it works and it fits and all that.
Yeah.
Before you send it to a machinist, which is, way more money.
Yeah.
And we had some 3D printers in school. I don't recall ever getting to use them, unfortunately. I would like to have one day, but to be honest, it's one of those things, just like half my other tools and cool shit I have, where I'd buy it and I would never fucking use it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, when I was in 7th grade, there was a remote control airplane club, and it ended up being like 4 retired dudes, and they just kind of like built the airplane and didn't let us touch it. So we just ended up standing around watching them. Like, fucking, this is terrible. I didn't get to fly any remote control airplanes or anything.
That's some bullshit. No,
Yeah.
so
100%.
I was in middle school, so I didn't know how to. I was in middle school, so I didn't know how to voice that complaint.
No, fair enough.
I didn't know that was not how the world's supposed to be. I thought that was. I guess I'll watch these guys have fun.
Yeah, but what Joe's describing there is exactly the kind of person that the SYN shop is essentially made for. The kind of person that's like, I want to try this, but I'm not going to go out and spend $300 on a machine for me to use it 2 times and then for it to become a coat rack. Like I'm not interested in that. And that's what the shop is for. You pay X dollars a month and you come in, you use what you want to use, and then you leave, and it's not in your house.
But like the gym, if you don't show up, then you still pay the membership.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
What are some of the most common items that you see made, if you could name off the top 5 or something?
Weird dildos.
No, but there was a guy that made paddles.
And what?
Paddles. Paddles.
Paddles.
Like for like a rowboat?
Kayak?
Sure.
Sure. Oh, you mean like
for a very small rowboat?
Oh, hold on. Let's say it's a more. Yeah. Okay.
Like ping pong paddles.
Yeah. Sure.
How about
for butt spanking?
That's the one.
But
like Dazed and Confused paddles.
I don't know about that one, but
how about keyboard keys? Would keyboard keys? Keyboard keys? Would that be?
So there is. So that would be res.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Sorry.
No, I was just curious about it.
I was wondering why this guy wants keyboard keys.
No,
there is.
Go ahead.
So there is a big thing for making custom keyboard keys. A lot of people will pour them in resin. So we have people at the shop that do. Actually, there is somebody from the shop that actually runs a company, boardsource.xyz, I think is what it's called. But they manufacture and sell custom keyboards. So cool. If you're looking for that kind of thing, like they are into the custom keyboard thing. I had them on back when I used to do interviews on the SYN shop show. I had them on, and they are into their thing, man. They are into that custom keyboard thing. Most people
mechanical keyboards, I assume, right?
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
Okay. All right.
They can tell you all about the Cherry MX and the browns.
Yeah. I could talk to them for hours.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, yeah, boardsource.xyz. They're friends of the show.
So if I walk into the hacker maker space that you're affiliated with.
Right.
Is it the size of my living room, or the size of a CVS, or the size of a small restaurant, or what
Good
space?
Ooh.
Is it an Applebee's or an IHOP?
Boy.
Or a Costco.
It's not a
Costco. It's definitely not a Costco. Let's see. I'm trying to think, like, how long has it been since I've been in an IHOP for good?
Yeah, jump into Joe's thing. So you're between Denny's and IHOP is usually is there a big square footage difference? Or you just said IHOP and what?
No, I'd tell you who's got better pancakes.
I thought, okay. I was like, wow, is there really?
I said Applebee's and IHOP because I was trying to think of the 2 most depressing places to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you knew some.
IHOP alone, they give you 4 different syrups to choose from.
Man, I really want pancakes now.
Yeah.
I thought it was like maybe linked to like, I think, is it Trader Joe's? If you go to like 90% of Trader Joe's, their parking lots are shit. They get their properties, and somehow they figure, I don't know what the rental price, because the shitty parking lots dictate how much they would charge, the landlord would charge for the property too. And so really? it's the lowest. They find the most economic price for them. And I mean, I I actually have a personal story where there was a freaking shopping cart like coming down the fucking hill, and the parking lot was a fucking hill. Yeah. And I was on my cell phone back, I don't know what it is, like 2008 or something. And
before that was illegal.
I'm talking to you on a cell phone.
Yeah. And I started running at the shopping cart because I see it coming towards a parked car. And I'm like thinking, if that was my car, I wish somebody would kick the shopping cart. So I happened to be able to run up with the cell phone, kick it, and somebody saw me. They're like, damn, that was a fucking awesome Jackie Chan move.
Wait, you couldn't just like, you couldn't just grab it? You had to drop kick the fucking cart?
I was on the phone, man.
You couldn't drop the call and call you right back?
It happened kind of fast. I'm not going to say, hey, kid, hold on. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I got to go catch a shopping cart. What?
Drop kick.
I got to go. No, I have to go catch a shop. Oh, never mind. Anyway,
put down your Motorola Razr and went and drop kicked the fucking shopping cart. Motorola awesome
We're
day,
trying to break fucking Asian stereotypes, and you got to go kung fu and everything.
Yeah.
That's flying around.
Fucking Liu Kang. Fucking shopping cart.
Oh man, sorry. Back to the size.
Like on one hand, they're complimenting you, but on the other hand, it's low key racist. So it's like,
but at the same time, though, that is some dexterity that Jackie Chan would have. You know what I mean?
There's layers to that one. Like
yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know. Like this is borderline the most racist and the least racist ever.
Yeah. It's like
you're admiring Jackie Chan and elevating him and comparing him to this guy, but at the same time, you're calling him Jackie Chan. So it's like
he's a hero. He saved that Volvo from a shopping cart dent.
I mean, if I owned a Volvo and it was in peril from a shopping cart, I would be thankful that he was there.
This kung fu dude flew off of nowhere.
I don't know if I put it like that.
The Pentagon.
I don't know if I put it like that.
All right, back to this square footage of Sin Shop.
Oh, square footage of Sin Shop. Right. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I couldn't remember where we exited this highway. I had no idea
either. No one knows.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up.
Could you fit a medium-sized biplane into the hackerspace?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a second. Like I wave a magic wand and suddenly poof, it's there, or I have to actually get a fully sized biplane into the shop.
Well, yeah, I was thinking airplane hangar because you're near the airport.
Oh no, but no, it's not an airplane hangar. No, it's not like that.
What does the fire department say the maximum capacity of your building is?
I don't know. I don't think we've had that done yet because we're in the middle of renovation. We're still in the putting wall. Well, we've put walls up. We've painted. There's a floor in place. But we haven't done the occupancy part yet.
Right. I'm sure you guys will redo that when you come back to your safety plan and all that.
Absolutely, yes.
Right.
Tell me. Go ahead.
I would say about as big as like a rural, like not rural, but like a smaller fire station. About that big.
Oh, okay. I live in a lot of small towns. So, I think I know what you're talking about.
There you go. Yeah. See, he knows. He knows.
Is that enough room for what? 2 trucks and a kitchen and the stairway to go upstairs, or
no? And a 3D printer.
And 3D printer.
Hey Joe, why are you hanging out with a bunch of firefighters, dude?
Have you seen firefighters?
I've been to a bunch of those. Yeah.
I've also gone a lot of things, stuck in a lot of places and injuries, and sadly, they're always local and they're easier to get to than a hospital usually.
Oh man,
this fucking guy again.
All right.
Okay, so how big is it? I'd say about like a garage big enough to get a semi truck into, and a very small office storefront with let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offices and a main room for like congregation and
conferences and Twitch.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word. Yeah.
So tell me about the maker community, the culture, the community, and the people.
They want to destroy shit.
They want to make stuff.
Make to destroy.
That's not untrue, but
I mean, you're not wrong. So it's kind of it's like furries. No, it's like
it's like bronies.
which furries, by the way, are like Mennonites.
I don't know what a Mennonite is. Is that like a weird?
The Amish.
I don't either.
The Amish, right?
Oh.
Here's what I mean by that. Okay, I'm going to answer your question. I swear.
He's got to educate us about the history of the Amish first. Hold on.
And how they relate to furries.
Oh my God.
See, is this not? Are you not entertained?
No, I'm excited now again. I haven't felt as excited since I didn't know what your name meant.
There we go. All right.
From blue balls to release back to blue balls. Is that possible?
Yeah, man.
Oh no.
What's the refactory time normally?
It's a very short trip. So someone was asking. So I used to play Team Fortress 2, right? Once upon a time. Love the game. My favorite server that I would play on was a furry server. Okay. And now you might say, why on earth are you know, I mean, you know, and I'm not kink shaming you, Mighty Pong, you know, whatever you're into is all great. No, I was not into and never have been a fan of the anthropomorphic arts, if you will.
But you're okay with it.
Wow. Wait, say that again.
Anthropomorphic. It basically means animals that can walk and talk like
that. Yeah, I know, but just the way that you describe furries is such a scientific term. It's almost beautiful to me. Like,
I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm here to help my furry friend.
Your eloquent disavowment suggests that you are already more into it than the average guy.
Than the average bear? That's what you wanted to say. Very humanist of you.
Man bear, yeah.
Thanks.
The average centaur.
Problematic. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so I was into this. I loved the server because everybody there was just chill. Whenever you're in a community that's normally just gets crapped on, typically everybody's just kind of chill and it's kind of nice. And so like, oh, but aren't they into weird stuff? Well, it's kind of like the Amish. There are people who are Amish. They will not wear mixed fabrics. They won't wear cotton and polyester blends because that is a sin. They will not own, anything themselves, blah, 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 right? And then there are some of the people in the Amish community that, well, they own a boat, but they keep it on the edge of their property line. That, it's over there. That's just a boat I happen to use. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there are people that are fully into the furry community in every way imaginable. And then there's also people that just really like the Fox and the Hound. And all of those people.
Are you saying you were the guy on the edge of town?
I think so.
I mean,
I'm not sure which one of those. But basically, I liked hanging out near. I liked stopping by the Amish community to buy a couple pieces of furniture, and then I'm out because I like TVs.
This explains your beard.
That explains my beard.
Explains your beard, yeah.
I actually somebody got in their head when I was working on the road for Walmart, actually, of all places, installing networking equipment, and I'd just go from store to store. And for whatever reason, I needed a day off, but this guy got into his head that I needed a day off for religious purposes. And I was Sunday. Like, because he's Amish. I'm like, I'm not Amish. What are you even talking about? Oh, I thought with the beard that you were Amish. I'm like, I'm not Amish, man. I'm just lazy at shaving. Like,
at least he was willing to accept your, religion. Like, oh yeah, I get it. You're Amish. You need a day off to go make a chair or something.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but okay, sure, yeah, all right.
Okay, so you're very nearly, but definitely not Amish, and very nearly, but definitely not furry.
Nailed it. Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, none of that. Okay, so.
God, no.
I will say that your chops are impressive. I have been looking at them.
Thank you. I grew them myself. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers with the IPA.
Well, you know what? I will accept it.
Joe's not Amish.
No, I could. No.
I watch way too much tentacle porn to be Amish.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I just have a joke. Just a quick side question. You said they can't wear blends like cotton and like polyester. They don't make polyester, right? That's not like natural. I thought that was synthetic.
It is synthetic.
How would the Amish make it? How would they make it?
No. What I'm saying is they won't wear it. If you if you have a cotton polyester blend, like some shirts are made of cotton and polyester.
Yeah,
just like this shirt that you can get at the on the Thin Shop live stream, YouTube can mass cuffs them.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Make stuff awesome is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool shirt. I like that.
All right. But yeah, and you can get one for yourself on our live stream at twitch.tv/Sin Shop. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you guys make that at the shop?
No. That would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, screen printing shit takes up a lot of real estate.
Yes, yes, it does. We actually have the stuff available to do that, but you are more than welcome to. but we do have screen printing stuff there.
I can make T-shirts there.
You can make T-shirts there.
How much? What's the membership? How much is it? More than Costco?
It is. I believe it's $60 a month. When we open back up, right now it's
reasonable. Okay,
it is.
I can make $60 worth of T-shirts a month.
I mean, if you have a lot of tools available, that is invaluable, and I think it would actually motivate you more to use them than if you just bought them and let them sit in your garage.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like psychologically, for me, I feel that. I mean, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like if I was like, I'm paying $60 a month, I'm gonna go over there and make something.
Absolutely.
Wait, what city are you in, Joe?
Portland, Oregon.
There must be a maker's.
There's
there, right?
There's at least one.
There are a couple, and actually, the best one was right across the river in Washington, in Vancouver, Washington. There was a Habitat for Humanity store that had like a little section that was like a computer repair thing, and they had like used computer hardware, but they also had like tool rentals and stuff that you could actually take home for a very affordable price. Like there's no way they were making anything off of it. They were just paying for the guy that gave it to you, and that I actually got a lot of use out of that. You could rent whatever you wanted.
Calipers.
Yeah, I mean, you can rent shit like that. They had all sorts of measurement shit. They had like all sorts of like circular saws, or if you needed a good drill, or if you needed special bits for certain applications, they had all that shit to rent.
Wait, I'm still trying to figure out a city in Washington called Vancouver. Did I hear that right?
It's pretty much Portland. They're the same fucking city. Like they're separated by a single bridge. It's nobody knows Vancouver exists, and that's totally cool because no one should know it exists.
But you're near Vancouver, Canada, right?
No, I mean it's like a 3 or 4 hour drive up Washington.
Yeah,
I'm at the very, very top of Oregon and the very bottom of Washington. Like literally, the river that separates the two states is like 15 minutes that way.
Yeah, but that would be like if Las Vegas had a neighborhood called Hollywood.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, trust me. Like that's why people that are actually from Vancouver, Washington, they don't tell people they're from Vancouver. They just say I'm from Portland. Because first of all, it's the same area. Everyone that lives in Vancouver works in Portland anyway.
Yeah,
and it's literally the same area. Nobody will know what the hell you're talking about. Like I don't actually live in Portland. I live in a suburb called Beaverton, but nobody's gonna know what that means. So I just say Portland because
and everybody in Vancouver is Chinese anyway.
Yeah, there's also a lot of Russians in Vancouver.
Really?
Oh, are you talking about Canada or here?
Canada.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We don't know.
There's way more Russians in Washington.
We only know one Vancouver.
No, that's the real Vancouver. And this place was like named after that shit. So you know what I mean? That makes it even more confusing. Like what?
Yes.
Like it was a fort they set up or something called Fort Vancouver, and then that's just the name of the city because eventually they left the walls of the fort and it became a city or some shit. I don't know.
It had something to do with beaver skins.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of beavers around here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Pong, question about
Well, I was just gonna say, there was a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri that are literally right next to each other.
So I actually
That's
just
really
started a new job, and our headquarters is in Kansas City. And I was confused because I kept getting phone calls when I started from a Missouri phone number. Yeah. And I'm just like, I just kept ignoring them. And it was like the HR people and like the higher up managers trying to call me just because I had no idea there was a Kansas City in Missouri. Right. I don't know why they couldn't have named it something else, literally anything else, like Kansas City 2, or just something. Like they have the exact same name and they're right next to each other. You can swim across a river and be in a different state with the same city.
No, they are the same town aside from the state line, right?
Yeah, well, they're. I used to actually live on State Line Road, and
yeah,
that's it. On one side of the street is Kansas.
Oh, it's a street. That's right.
It's a street. Yeah, it's State Line Road.
It's not even a river. It's usually a river that divides a town.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. No river. No nothing. Yeah.
In fact,
on that, I could have been on that exact same street, and if I would have lived like a couple blocks in one direction, I would have been in Missouri, because that State Line Road kind of curved off and became my street.
And if you didn't know that, if you're just looking around, you have no idea.
Yeah,
no idea.
None.
It's literally the same fucking city. It's crazy. From Google Maps tells me. I'll get to go out there soon, hopefully, and I'll look for myself. But
if you were standing at the state line and pissing across the line, is that not an offense in either state then?
Well, you got indecent exposure in one state, and then I'm sure they could pit you with something else.
I mean, you're visible from both states. I almost wonder if that'd be a federal crime.
Well, I mean,
now you're committing interstate crimes. Like, that's a whole new ball game.
And if you're under 18 years old, that's interstate child pornography.
Yeah, I've heard about that where people get. Yes. There have been cases of like 14 or 15-year-olds sexting their 14 or 15-year-old partner, like their girlfriend, and getting child porn charges pressed against them, where they are simultaneously the victim and the perpetrator.
Yep.
That's insanity.
Like it's baffling that they could even, like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't sound real. It sounds like some shit you read on The Onion.
This is another topic that you guys have way too much expertise in here. You're speaking
so absurd,
very confidently.
Yeah.
It's just it's an absurd concept. Like there was somebody that like they were actually charged with like a felony and they got convicted, you know, and registered as a sex offender for taking a picture of themselves. You know what I mean? It's just like that's like it's just wrong on so many levels.
So cell phones are the devil, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
you gotta be careful of that shit.
We didn't have these problems in the 90s.
And like Pong was saying earlier, you know, this comes back to the whole like the end of the security thing. You know what I mean? Like with all your shit being available, you know, like, and this is what's going to be interesting. Think about this. This was circling back around to that just really quick. In the future, we won't see it for a little while longer, a couple more generations, maybe like 1 or 2. But a big part of politics is going to be people digging up shit that people have said in the past. I mean, it's already happening, but nobody that's in politics right now, for the most part, has had their entire life essentially on the internet. You know what I mean? Like that generation has not quite reached that age yet where they're starting to permeate politics and all that. And it's going to create a really interesting dynamic in the future because all of that shit isn't like having people that can scrub your internet history as much as possible is going to be a huge business in the future. You know, I
don't think it's that far off because I mean, if you look at what happened, like January 6th, a lot of those people were caught by people doing exactly what you're talking about, like OSINT, you know, like open source intelligence, doing operations like that and matching up people's Facebook pictures with this. And, you know, I found this picture from the security camera.
Hey, you're the guy in the buffalo hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
there's a lot of things that people are going to be doing nowadays that they're a nobody, so nobody cares, and it's not even really that bad. But in the future, their name will get drugged through the mud the moment that people like they're opposing somebody. You know what I mean?
You're saying all the racist shit I'm saying on the show is the end of my future career.
It could be. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's say you decide to run for like city comptroller 42 or whatever in Vegas, you know. And then somebody else really wants that position, and they find all this shit, and then they run ads with clips of this, you know, being like, "Oh, look how racist he is. Do you want a racist, you know, comptrolling your district?" You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and say, "Yeah, I was racist, but it was funny, motherfucker."
Yeah, that's why you got to say things like, "Oh, I was a different person. I've grown from that. I've learned." You know, that's why you have a PR team. You don't have to worry about it really.
Yeah,
it's just whenever you say shit that's really indefensible, you know, like Papa John. You know, that's whenever you really get fucked.
Wait, what did he say?
He got recorded saying the N-word.
Oh, don't buy my pizza. Oh yeah.
Unironically, or like not even like a joke, which is not acceptable. But you know what I mean? Like he was using it like as a word. Yeah. You know, and it's like,
right.
Yeah. So they kicked him out of his own company. They're like, "You're gone, dude. The PR is too terrible."
Yeah. John Gruden just got erased from the Raiders over here.
Oh, really? For what?
They dug up some old emails and found some racist stuff and some kind of homophobic.
Yeah. And it's only going to get worse as the people in these positions have always had their lives documented. Everyone said dumb shit in their life, but most of the time it wasn't documented anywhere.
Right.
What I think is weird is that he's a football coach. So I'm like, man, you're expecting a lot of sophistication from a very like knucklehead sport. Like this is
not a lot of sophistication. I mean, it's not. You don't have to be that sophisticated to not say the N-word.
Yeah, that's true. That's
really
a pretty low bar right there.
As far as I know,
low bar.
As far as I know,
I could be pretty sophisticated and not even think about that word. So
yeah, as far as I know, he said big lips. I don't think he said the N-word.
Okay, well, yeah.
Man, that's a whole different level of racist.
That's
worse. That's like
in my opinion, it's almost worse in some way because a lot of times when people use physical characteristics to demean people, they're literally trying to like dehumanize them more than just calling them a slur. You know what I mean? They're trying to come up with
like you guys are campaigning for the future already. Like,
make sure you soundbite this, tag it.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to get into politics someday. Those people make hella money.
We got woke ass Joe over here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so every time I hear that, like, that's a big thing lately. The whole woke thing, and it really like, oh, I guess you're woke now, or you know, whatever. Like, the majority of that stuff. Now, like, look, does it go too far sometimes? Yes.
Yes.
I think it does. Does it go too far? Sure. But by and large, the majority of the woke whatever is just not being a dick.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just not being an asshole to people. That's all it is. Like, you know, if someone was born one way and they want to be called the other, for the love of God, just call them that. It's fine.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? I wasn't gonna have sex with them either way. I'm married. I'm good.
Exactly. There you go.
You know, I wasn't gonna have sex with him before. I'm not gonna have sex with him now. I'll call him whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know,
if somebody was like, "Hey, I want to be called Spock," I'd be like, "Whatever you say, Spock." You know, I don't give a shit.
You bet. You bet, Captain. Or Spock wasn't the captain, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I got I apologize to all Star Trek viewers out there.
Yeah.
I didn't
it is disrespectful to call Kirk and not Captain Kirk.
That's right. Like you know. He didn't spend those 12 years in Starfleet to be called Mr. Kirk. Thank you very much.
I think you guys just
Monsieur Kirk.
Your future presidential campaigns just suffered a blow right now.
Put respect on his
Not amongst
name.
the Star Trek fans. We're tracking higher than ever with them.
Wait, was there a no cussing story? Were we leading into a no cussing story?
Swearing on the air.
Story. Swearing on the air.
I'm going to go use the restroom. Feel free to continue without me.
Cool.
All right.
Feel free to cut this part out of me announcing that.
Okay.
Actually, you should.
No, you're going.
I mean, Liam. Sorry. Damn it.
Okay.
It's all good, man.
You're going to call your woke friends.
Well, so first of all, I want to let everybody know that Joseph right now is going to the bathroom. And don't cut this part up. No, I'm kidding. Okay, all right. So, once upon a time, so you asked earlier if I was what kind of a DJ I was, and for the majority of my DJing career, by far, it was the go to a city, play some records, and then get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
I never told you about the time I pissed a guy off. Remind me to come back to that. Okay, so cussing on air. I also did. I almost did some time. I also for a little while I was a on-air personality on a local radio station. It was a non-profit radio station called KKFI.
Okay.
It's where I learned to do station IDs because every 20 minutes I had to say, "You're listening to 90.1 FM KKFI, Kansas City," and
Hey,
so
you sound like Casey Kasem out there.
I probably did.
Yeah,
probably
that's
did. I've been talking a long. My throat is super parched. Okay, one second.
No, we like Casey Kasem. It was before your time, audience. Wait, do you know this, Liem?
I don't know.
Oh, it's before your time. He was like the nationwide #1 DJ of announcing pop music.
Yeah, on air personality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before that there was Wolfman Jack.
I don't think he was ever as popular as Casey, right?
No. Yeah. Well,
because Casey was mainstream. Wolfman was.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, that's a good point. Point. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so you were wait. They couldn't record you saying that and replay it, or it was just easier to have you repeat it.
It was easier, honestly. I could have put it on a CD. I could have burned it to a CD at the time and played it, but it's just as easy for me to lean into the radio and be like, "You're listening to 90.1 FM, KKFI, Kansas City." You know, like,
yeah, but think how much
after a
mileage
while-
you put on your throat that you didn't have to.
Well, you're not wrong. Okay, so anyhow, so I'm on the show. It was called a weekly dose of Plur, and it was a weekly dose of Plur, PLURR.
What's Plur?
Oh boy, wow. Hold on. Just like
Plur.
20 years is just like sinking into like the weight of 20 years just hit me all at once.
No, I was around 20 years ago. I didn't know what Plur was back then either.
Well, yeah, but it was okay. So Plur stood for peace, love, unity, respect. That's what it stood for. And it was one of the original rave things when it still actually had meaning to it. That was one of the things behind it was peace, love, unity, respect, and then that was shortened to Plur.
That's what it was. I wasn't cool 20 years ago. I was busy in accounting school.
Oh, well, then you definitely didn't.
Didn't know. Yep. Okay.
Although I did ring the sales bell on a future lawyer. There was a guy that was going to law school in St. Louis, and we put a stop to that one. He fell in with us, and next thing you know, he was throwing parties and whatnot. But at any rate,
way better. Yeah, way better.
Ultimately, I think it was.
Yeah. We don't need more lawyers.
Well, no, lawyers definitely have a place, but I'm glad he wasn't.
Speaking of dickbags.
Well, I'm not. No. He was at the time he was fine. Yes. Anyway, all right. So we move forward. Okay, so I'm doing the show. I have this buddy of mine. I'm on air. I had this buddy of mine come on. It was the first time that we actually had a guest. And before we start, and now I had this, driven into my head by the guy that brought me on. He was like, "Listen, we cannot swear. If we swear and someone happens to catch it or reports us to the FCC, it's like a $2,000 fine." And this is back when $2,000 may as well have been $2 million to me because I didn't have it. Right?
You would get personally fined, or with the station, or?
Oh, we would get. Well, I think the station would, but I'm pretty sure they would pass the savings on to us. And
fair enough, right?
Oh yeah.
Did you want to pay this and not show up tomorrow?
Yeah. I don't know if that would have been an or an and. I'm not sure if you pay it, you can show up tomorrow. If you don't,
yeah,
I don't know. So, but I didn't want to find out.
Right.
So we the guy that brought me on drilled that into my head. And so then when we have this guy come on, I'm like, okay, now cannot swear. Okay, you got to be careful about this. I know you and I, we off air, we cuss like sailors, and that's all well and good. But here, keep it clean. He's like, oh yeah, no problem, man, no problem. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. And we go live. Hey, you're listening to 90.1 FM, KKFI, Kansas City, and you are listening to a weekly dose of Blur. And here's our special guest, DJ Booth. How you doing, man? Oh man, it's been really good, man. I've been traveling all over the place and shit. Oh fuck. Oh god damn shit. He started swearing because he was swearing.
Yeah.
Like he accidentally said shit and then just launched into this freaking Richard Pryor set. And just like motherfuck everything. And so then immediately I'm on the fader. I'm just like
You racked up $12,000 in 4 seconds.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, was it per swear word? Oh my Lord.
I don't know. I have no idea. Fortunately, no one was listening because it's 2:00 in the morning on a Sunday night. So thank God.
Nobody complained. That is true. You have to have someone that actually complains.
Right. Yeah. And so, no one heard it. So no harm, no foul, but whatever. And that was, oh God. And we were like, just like brought it back up. So anyway, so DJ Booth is with us here in the studio, and we're going to go on right on to, here's the Rude Sandstorm for you, ladies and gentlemen. And you're listening to 90.1 FM KKFI, Kansas City. And
in those days, was it 7 words that you couldn't say? Was it 7 that were on the official list?
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me at all if those were the same.
Yeah.
If it was the same today. That is one thing that's interesting, like, with the previous administration, like him or hate him, and I know which one I'm on, at least he's normalized the word shit.
I have noticed that.
Yeah, like they'll say shit on CNN at the drop of a hat. Like it's almost, you can see like kind of a little twinkle in their eye still when they do it. They're like, he said shit.
Wait, because Trump says shit?
Yeah. Oh, because if the president of the United States is calling things, calling places a shithole country or whatever, then all of a sudden now they can say it too because they have to report what the president said.
Yeah, and nobody wants to beep the president.
Yeah,
I do.
That's a bad look. And also, yeah, I mean, it just
would have been wholly appropriate, but whatever.
I'll beep him.
Anyhow, yeah. Oh,
I want to beep him and grab his pussy.
Oh my God! That's
Wait,
funny.
Can I say that?
I'll let you. I don't know.
Shit.
You're not supposed to swear within the first few minutes of a YouTube video.
Oh, the first couple.
Oh,
minutes.
Is that right?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Dude, I'm
just
within
the first few minutes.
Too quick. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just much less likely to get reported, and also I forget how it works. Like, if I don't remember exactly, so don't quote me on this.
No, we're gonna change our whole behavior because of you.
Well, from what this one streamer that I watched was talking about, he was talking about how videos will get pushed down in the algorithm, and you'll get less click, and you'll also lose ad revenue. Like they won't pay any ad revenue on it if it has adult content. But after a certain length, they don't really worry about that anymore.
Yeah, well, that part of that, I wonder if that's because people will watch the first couple minutes, but after that, man, viewership just goes.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's really hard to keep people's attention for longer.
Exactly, and that's also what you're paid for, is like people that stick around for the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like they keep track of that, like the amount of engagement, how many people that clicked it, how much do they watch on average, yada yada yada. All that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have 60 different metrics that they use internally on a video to determine how the algorithm moves it around to recommend it or to this or that.
Yeah.
It's incredibly complex. I don't know anything about it. I'm just using, common sense, really.
I'm sure 84% of our listeners are still tuned in right now.
Yes,
on this podcast.
I'm sure they are. I mean, if they made it through all this shit, you
said shit
multiple times, do all the random sidetracks, and
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you're here, you're a trooper.
See, for the first hour, they were just hanging on to see the origins of the name.
Yeah.
But now we've taken that away. Now there's no payoff at the end. I'm sorry, everyone.
We've lost everybody at Mighty Pong.
it's pretty much over, guys. I'm sorry. It's not my fault, okay? Blame
as long as we wrap back around to RoboCop, we'll be good.
Right. Well, I was saving that, but oh well.
Did you say RoboCop reach around?
I'm playing. What?
Did you say reach around RoboCop? Or wrap around?
I mean, he's a robot. He could probably just swivel.
Oh man, that's a weird thought.
Now there's a superpower. Yeah, there you go.
Just blowing Joe's mind right now.
Just let that stew in your stoodler there. Yeah.
Now I'm in Emma's position. Now I got the boner. Fuck.
Well, all right. Hey.
All right, Pong, back to the SYN shop. Do you happen to have?
Which I'm sure the SYN shop is going to love this. I'm sure they're going to be like, "Yeah, way to represent, man. Thanks, that was great." Yeah.
Do you have clientele that tell you, man, members that tell you, man,
you're not a madam,
that they wish they would have signed up way earlier? Do you hear stories like that?
All the time.
Give me some of the.
I hear, oh man, I wish I was signed up earlier. Or, oh man, another common one is, oh man, I wish I would have known you guys were here. That one's really common.
What are the stories attached to that?
Because like maker culture is definitely a thing. There's people see people on YouTube and other places that are making stuff and they want to be a part of that. They are like, well, they just came up with, like, for instance, I just made my very first metal part. I don't know if you guys caught the show yesterday. Was that Monday? Yeah, Monday or Friday. Or last Monday, for instance. I've been working on it a little bit, but I just had my first metal part that I actually sent off to have produced by this place called Send Cut Send. They're a big sponsor of a lot of BattleBots. But basically, what it is you upload your part to them, and they ship you a metal part. They cut it out with laser. They laser cut the metal, which is one thing that we can't do. But they laser cut the metal, and they'll bend it for you and send it back. And it's freaking great.
How's it different than a machine shop?
It's all online, and it's significantly cheaper than a machine shop. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No, I got this whole thing made for cheaper than it would be for me to buy one off the shelf.
Was it a bracket, or what'd you do?
It's a full shelf. I can't change the camera, so I don't really have a good angle to show you. But you see, this is kind of like a mixer rack up here.
Yeah.
You're familiar with like the angled mixer racks in the top. Yeah.
So you do this as a DJ?
No,
that's cool.
Not at all. Oh. Not on this one. No, I used to play 1200s, much wider. Doesn't matter. So anyway, all of the switcher stuff goes on top of this right here, and so in order to accomplish that, I need a flat surface, and in order to accomplish that, I need to have a shelf that kind of has angled sides but a flat lower part to actually put stuff on.
Gotcha.
Which is great if I need one this long, which is like, it's great if I need one that's a foot long, but what I actually need is one about 5 inches long.
Okay.
All right. They don't make one that big, or that small rather, so I actually had to have that one made. And so I made it in Fusion 360, which is a 3D modeling program if you're not familiar with it. But I 3D modeled it, and then there's a little way in that program to flatten it out. I sent them the flattened drawing, and they're going to send me back a metal part. I should have it tomorrow, and I am freaking pumped.
Hey, all right.
Nice.
I am pumped. And like I said, it was actually cheaper to make this thing than it would have been to buy it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm getting this one for
makes sense.
Like half the price of the one that, well, typically when you make a one-off, it's much more expensive.
Yeah.
But I'm actually getting it for like half the price of the one that's already pre-produced.
Yeah, but you're getting half the size.
Okay, yeah, but pricing does not work like that.
It's not the size that matters. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, look at that. I can see you're a man of culture. You use a Hako iron.
I am indeed a man of. Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, that's a 888. Yeah, I have one of those. It's an amazing iron. It's the most reliable, best tool.
Are you talking about ironing clothes, or what are you guys talking about?
A soldering iron.
Yeah. Soldering iron.
The one in the background, that blue and yellow thing that looks like a Fisher Price toy.
Yeah.
Don't let its childish appearance fool you. It is one of the best things you could buy on the market.
If you want to
build, it is the best $80 you will ever spend.
If you want to build your own Tesla Powerwall out of recycled batteries, then you will need a soldering iron.
That is true. I would also make sure you have fire insurance before you start the project.
Not all battery collection walls turn into electrical fires.
With recycled batteries, with someone using a Hako iron to put them together in the garage, I'd say the chances are a smidge higher. Just a smidge.
We need to do on that podcast.
Fun fact, by the way, an 18650 battery, which is something you'd see two of in a normal vaporizer, or you'd see in a lot of flashlights that are good, like tactical flashlights or whatnot. Those batteries hold the same amount of potential energy as about 1/4 of a typical hand grenade.
A fourth of a hand grenade.
Yes.
No, it just doesn't release it in a fraction of a second.
No, it releases it slowly. That's how it's designed. But if things go catastrophically wrong and they want to release in 300 milliseconds, you're going to have a bad time.
Could you purposefully fashion one into a hand grenade?
Why would you ask that?
I didn't bring it up.
I'm part Arab. I can't make jokes like that. I'll wind up with a fucking free ticket to Cuba.
Yeah, they'll never fly again, man. You gotta knock that stuff off, dude. What are you doing?
You got a bunch of homemade parachutes, don't you, motherfucker?
Yeah, in case one of you guys brings on the damn battery that's going to explode. He's getting the hell out of there. He's like, I ain't into this. I'm out.
But yes, in theory, you could. It would be difficult because sometimes they even have built-in protection to prevent that, like in the actual cell itself.
Yeah,
which they definitely should.
Anti-explosion measures.
Anti-sploding.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So at the maker hacker shop,
yes,
people are making little shelves. They're not making kites. What else are people making?
Well, so I made this at my house, but people are making good grief. They're making shirts. They're making when it's open. A lot of people make a lot of stuff on the laser cutter. I've seen a bunch of people that are into like
freaking lasers,
freaking laser beams. There was one guy that actually ran like an Etsy shop kind of where he would think of an idea for the kind of building that would look right next to a model railroad, and he would figure out how to cut that out of wood so that you could push it together and build it yourself. Yeah. And he would sell those as kits on Etsy. Yeah. So if you were into model railroading, you could have a little building that was set next to, that was scale appropriate, that would sit next to your model train set. And, once you painted it, it would look fairly legit.
Yeah. So it's like, I want a CVS, but nobody's selling CVSs that I can put on my railroad tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That are the right scale. You are into CVS. You are
no, I just
you are a man that.
Yeah. Are you getting paid? You know that according to FCC rules, you're supposed to fucking disclose if you're being paid, right?
Only on YouTube for some weird reason.
I'm not getting paid.
I know,
I hear it's a good stock to buy right now if you like dividends. But I wouldn't give financial advice on the internet. I wouldn't do that.
No, don't do that. Yeah. No. Disclaimer, he's not a financial advisor.
No, I figure...
Also buy Catgirl coin.
I figure if we're going to get sued, the fewer companies I mention, the better.
For those of you listening, my eyeballs just rolled back in my head so far that I have sprained my eyes. No, I'm just into. I don't really like CVS. I'm just into receipts. That's really all it is.
Okay, maybe a better example is if you wanted a strip club for your model train set. Nobody's making strip clubs.
Someone out there is making strip clubs for model.
Yeah. Model trains are serious business. Like people that are into it, they will spend a significant amount of their income on it. Yeah, significant.
And it wouldn't surprise me at all if that was a thing, because if you're going to have the CD, if you want to make a model train set that has the bad side of town or whatever, that is definitely shorthand for that. If you put in a strip club, that's the bad side of town. Ooh,
Now you got a story. Not just
there you go. Right. There you go. I mean, I could tell that instead of telling the origin of my name for
an hour.
Tell the origin of how you wound up making money and sustaining yourself by selling model strip clubs for train sets,
Yeah, I went to
Man, that's a good I'm hooked. I want to hear that story. I don't even know.
Me too. Fuck.
Yeah. I'll have to come up with that story and tell you guys next time. Oh, don't forget for me to tell you the time I pissed a guy off. Don't forget that one. But I'm sorry, you're going to say something. Go ahead.
No, well, I mean, it better be good because we've had like 4 reminders.
All right, well, here we go then.
What are we waiting for? We might as well.
Well, what was I waiting for?
No,
I was waiting for you to stop being like, tell us the origin of your name. That's what I was waiting for.
No, I want to hear about the one time you pissed a guy off, because
well, here, I'll tell you
implies that you don't generally piss people off.
That is true. I tried so that's actually one of the first rules of show business that I kept. Don't be everybody's best friend. Yeah. And number 2 was do what you love and the money will follow. Why I say be everybody's best friend is because you never know where someone is going to be 2 years from now. There's a guy, me and my wife, I didn't know this at the time. This was way after the fact, but it's a good example for this story. Me and my wife went to Universal Studios, and there was a dude that was giving the tour, right? We paid for this tour where they took us to the prop house, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And it was cool. And the guy that was leading it, I was like, so, what brought you to LA? We're just like waiting for the tram or some shit. And I'm just talking to the guy. He's like, so why'd you come out to LA? Oh, I came out to be an actor. I was like, okay, well, so what are you doing here? Well, I went to see my agent about a part, and the secretary started talking to me about how, you should do this and you should do that and you should blah, 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 blah. And I told her, I said, well, I think I'll just wait for my agent to tell me. Thank you.
Oh,
he committed the unforgivable sin of being a dick to the secretary.
Right.
And that's the thing that you just do not do. I knew that, and I'm a jackass from Missouri. Like I knew that already, but this guy apparently didn't, and it cost him a career in acting. So be everybody's best friend. Here's what happened to me. I'm at a party right now, and I have to get this is how I get paid, right? I have to get the promoter to hand me. I think at the time it was like $200 or $300.
You're DJing at a rave.
I have DJ'd at a rave that night. I have already played. It is time to get paid. Okay, so I'm making my way towards the door. My electric bill, if I do not get this money, is not going to be paid. I need to get paid because I'm a broke ass DJ. Okay, so I need to get paid, and I'm going towards the door, and this dude stops me, and he's shirtless, and he's hairy.
Yeah.
And he's sweating, and he is fucked up.
Wait, on drugs?
A couple.
Okay.
I think.
He doesn't need a shirt because he got all this hair.
I'll go along with that. I'm sure he was still too hot. I mean,
it's built in.
Maybe looking to razors. I don't know. But anyhow, so this guy, he tries to stop me, and he is one of those close talkers too, which made it even better.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm loving it. But he liked what I had, what I did. He liked what I had. No, not like that.
He loved your show.
He loved the show, exactly. Yeah. And so he's trying to tell me how much he loved the show. I got to pay my damn electric bill.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I have got to go over there and talk to that guy. I've got to go get paid. I gotta go. I'm sorry. But he's just like, no, but I was like, it was really cool, man, and blah blah. And I was like, man, I appreciate it, but I gotta go, man. I gotta. Yeah. And so then I was just like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And I walked away.
Yeah.
This dude followed me for years online.
Okay.
What?
Anywhere I went online, that guy was there to just knock the wind out of my sails. Everywhere I went. I'm pretty sure he reported me on Facebook that I wasn't using my given name. Like, it was that petty. Like, he made me a fucking project for years. Weird. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Like, it was like, I was like, dude, I was a kind of a dick once because my bills were on the line and you were sweating on me. Like, I don't know what you want from me, man. But anyway, like, I don't know if he still holds that grudge or if he was just doing it for the lulz. But either way, like, it sucks. Because
you're probably reigniting his flame right now.
Good. You can't even go to my office. I work from home.
Podcast where you're the victim.
What's that?
What's that?
Crazy fuck.
What's that?
Oh, I said I can't wait to listen to the True Crime Podcast where you get killed by this
Okay, actually, that is a reasonable concern.
It's possible.
Yeah, man. People that are that like manic and like obsessed.
Yeah.
Stay away from them.
Tell everybody where the Maker Hackerspace shop is. So he can find you.
That is the worst segue.
Yeah, what's the address? When do you work typically?
That's either a bad segue or you're just trying to get me off. Like, what the hell? Like, all right, no, seriously though. But look, I didn't even mean to be a jerk to the guy.
No, right.
My point with all that is a lot of times people that are famous get a bad rep. Oh, so and so's a dick. Oh, he's doing this, blah blah blah. And I always take those with a grain of salt because, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of them that are dicks. Don't get me wrong. That's why they say don't meet your heroes, because a lot of times they're assholes. But a lot of times they're not. A lot of times they're just dudes trying to go get paid, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? They're trying to take care. They got problems,
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
No, I think you did the right thing. You can't entertain every possible.
Yeah, you have to try.
A similar thing is I bartended a lot in my past, and if I can't make every drunk the most important person in the world and be their best friend for the next hour. You got shit to do, right? So you want to be courteous to everybody and give everybody a little bit, but at some point you're like, I got other shit to do, right? So I don't think you made a mistake there. I think you're being unfairly, stalked.
Yeah, I mean, and this we're talking about like the last time I had any interaction with him whatsoever was at least 15 years ago. It was just I'm fine. It's fine.
He probably
like
died.
if he's
Right.
I hope he didn't. I honestly hope he didn't. Okay, so if you're listening to this random dude from St. Louis, I hope you're not dead. I hope you're fine. Fucking goddamn it! What? like you've heard my side now. There you go. Anyway,
where do you think 3D printers will be in 10 and 20 years?
All right, sure.
The same place they're at now.
No. I think what will come next is going to be okay. So the next big thing in 3D printer, we had a guy come on the show for this, is 3D printing homes. That's already happening now. But I think it will catch on more and more as it becomes, part of me thinks it'll become more famous as time goes by. Another part of me wonders if all of the different, builder companies and all that, fight against it tooth and nail. I hope they don't, but they might. I don't know.
Is there really an advantage to 3D printing a house?
God, yes. Yeah.
What do you get out of a 3D printed house?
Time. You get a lot of
days,
space. Yeah, you get a lot of time and space.
Does it look like a giant igloo, or what is it? Is it a normal house, or what?
Normal house. Yeah.
So like you'd walk in and you have no idea this is a 3D printed house.
I mean, depending on how they printed it and how they finished it. What I'm talking about is there's a couple different methods. One is you 3D print a shell of it, which is very similar to what you would do on a regular 3D printer. The other, and this is what we had the guy come on the show to talk about, is it's basically like a concrete nozzle acting as the print head, and you bring it out on site and you basically 3D print the home. And what it's built out, what the stuff in it is, it's not concrete. It's a how do you describe it? Something polymer, but it's essentially plastic. Unburnable. It is, but it's not.
Right.
It's somewhere in the middle, and it's completely fireproof too. That's the other big advantage to it. Your house cannot catch on fire. The things inside it could, but the house won't. After the fire, just sweep it out and put new stuff in.
Fuck your couch.
Fuck your couch. It's burned anyway. Sorry, couch. You burnt. That's so stupid. I hate that phrase. Okay, anyway.
You quoted it.
I reject and denounce myself for stealing a line that was stupid in the first place. I apologize to Seth Meyers for stealing his joke. Okay, anyway.
That's a big no. You do it.
What?
You can't
I'm
apologize.
Not a professional comedian.
All right, so you could 3D print.
Sorry, I continue. I was fucking around.
Is it cheaper?
No, it's all good. Yes, it's cheaper. Okay. Requires less people. Like a couple of guys can wheel this thing out and 3D print the whole damn thing. You set up the machine.
I can tell you this: people in Las Vegas that are looking for homes, they don't want something wildly different than the existing homes we have now. They wouldn't care how long it takes you to build it. Like if you built it in 2 days instead of 2 months or 6 months, that
right.
But
Really time is money.
Well, I'm saying the price would affect them. Yeah, if you get a lower cost house,
much lower, like significantly lower. Okay. Because if you got to think about it, like most of your money is going to people, and that's that's going to come more and more. Like I don't mean to diverge because there's more about 3D printers that I want to get back to, but that's one of the things that is going to happen. We are going to get automated out of jobs, like that's coming, And a universal basic income, the quicker we adopt it, the better. But I don't even know if that's going to go far enough. I hope
Yang
so.
gang.
Oh, no, fuck that, dude. But like,
UBIs are inevitable too. They will happen.
But I'm just saying, that's one thing he's got right. Well, I shouldn't really say fuck that dude, but he doesn't go far. He doesn't go far enough for my taste. But at least he's on board with UBI. I think he was on board with single payer. I'm not sure, but he kind of came into that a little late.
If he could drop kick a shopping cart, he's got my vote.
We're talking about Yang.
What?
If he could drop kick a shopping
Andrew
cart.
Yang?
Yeah.
I'll vote for him twice.
Okay. Presidential candidate. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about someone else. I'm right. My bad.
No.
Yang gang.
Gang.
All right. Go for yours. I mean, there was definitely worse options and, whatever.
He was trying to get you a check, bro.
Get me a check.
Yeah, he's trying to get you that UBI.
Oh, well, I mean, good.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing that one of the problems that we have. Oh man, we're dangerously close to the post office conversation. One of the problems that we have is everybody wants to means test everything, which is a dumb idea.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, sorry. So Yang Gang. Andrew Yang comes out and says we should have a universal basic income. And there's a lot of people that will say, oh, well, yeah, we should have a universal basic income, but, actually maybe not universal, maybe just for people who make over this much money.
No, less than.
Or who make less than this much money, right?
Yeah.
That's a dumb idea.
The rich people already have basic income.
That's a dumb idea, and I'll tell you why. Because if you make something only for people who are poor, right, then the people who have money are going to be like, oh, now wait a minute, I'm not going to spend my money for these entitlements. The reason they call them entitlements, by the way, is because you're entitled to them. That's your money. Yeah. Oh man, it's so nice to be able to say this stuff. I can't talk about politics on my show.
Oh, but there's more of us.
You're absolutely right too. That's why it's an entitlement, and that's one of the biggest things that frustrates me. Sorry for interjecting, but
we want you to interject.
I hate how people act like all of our tax dollars should never be realized in benefits for ourselves and our neighbors.
Yes,
it's insane.
Yes,
I don't even know. I hear people talk about other countries, and it's like we have just as high of a tax rate as they do, and they have free healthcare.
Mm-hmm. Do you know why the post office sucks?
Because Republicans.
Hey, don't.
Sorry. Because there are certain people that force it to suck.
Because you have to lick the stamp.
You're not supposed to say the real reason. You're supposed. Oh yeah, they're slow. Whatever. I guess I'm setting. Help me set up my straw man. I got it. Okay. All right, no, it's fine. It's fine.
No, the post office will. If you want, you send something. You're sending. You 3D made something. You want to send it over to Missouri. You put it in the post office, and you get sent over there. And they charge you for $3.48.
That is how the post office works. Well done. Yes, you got it. All right. Well,
what's so bad about that?
No. Well, so nothing. Well, so
you think Christmas happens without post offices?
Well, people would argue, well, now it's well, you've got FedEx and there, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now here's why that happened. Back in, I want to say it was either 2008 or 2006, there was some kind of Postal Accountability Act or some bullshit like that. And what they did, and this is Democrats and Republicans alike, by the way, they put into law that the post office had to fund its entire pension program for the next 50 years. So every pension up front, they had to have that money set aside, taken out of their budget for the next 50 years. The whole point of this and no other company in the world has that kind of millstone around its neck. So you might ask, well, they were just trying to be, they were trying to take care of the post. No, the whole point was they wanted to drive the car into the ditch. That was the whole damn point from the beginning. Yep. They wanted to do it in 100%. the name of austerity, in the name of taking care of, making sure our tax dollars are spent prudently. But that's not the point at all.
Why did they want to kill the post office?
The same reason, by the way, that they want to encourage people to not get vaccinated. Okay.
To stop mail-in ballots?
No. The reason that they're doing this is because the government can't work. That's the whole reason. Because
they want to be able to point to it and say what a disaster it is. Look at this.
Boom.
We need to privatize it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's literally it. I mean, it's literally as simple as that.
Exactly. But they don't want to just privatize that. They want to stop that conversation from ever happening at all about anything else. Because then they can say, oh, well, look at the post office. Oh, you want your doctor's office to run like the post office does? Oh, that's crazy talk. You know, like that is the thing that just galls me the most is when, what's up?
So is the post office surviving despite that?
So it is surviving. What people don't realize is that it had been making money just fine, thank you very much, for quite some time. And in fact, if you take away the restrictions that were put on it, you take away that demand that they fund their freaking pension forever.
They'd be operating in a surplus.
They'd be operating in a surplus. Exactly.
They paid for themselves. They didn't get a dime of taxpayer dollars for years.
Yep.
They drive the car.
Not a goddamn dime. And you know what? A lot of these people are disingenuous when they ask, how will we pay for this? Or, you know, what profit does it generate? Well, what profit does the military generate other than, you know, private contractors? What profit does the police department generate? What profit does, you know, the roads generate that are publicly funded? You know, it's a service that benefits the greater good. You know, the post office is literally older than the United States of America. And it was actually, believe it or not, partially responsible for us beating the fuck out of the British.
The Pony Express?
Yeah, all that shit, dude. Well, the Pony Express only existed for like a few months.
Was Paul Revere a postman?
No.
Oh, okay. Too far.
Yeah.
I was trying to be
I love the post office. And
You're
I
not
think
even
it's
on
one
the
of
East
greatest
Coast, dude.
American institutions ever built.
You should go visit Boston. You would love that city.
Why? Is there a lot of post offices?
I mean, all that history of people running. There's a Paul Revere Trail and shit.
DC is freaking dope. I love going to DC.
Full of monuments.
I love. Well, the monuments are all right, but the museums are really cool. I
do love museums, and I wish I could go to more. The last museum I went to was the Mob Museum in Vegas, and I love that.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's pretty good.
So you guys enjoy looking back at the slave times?
Funny you mentioned the slave time.
Out of context, that sounds very bad. I like history regardless of what negative things may or may not have been happening over the world.
Would you go to a slavery museum?
Hold on. Wait a minute. You mentioned slavery.
Slaves. You
mentioned slavery like it was in past times. You realize there's slavery in America right now, right?
Yeah, wage slaves.
No, slaves.
No.
Like if you don't do this work, we're going to shoot you, slaves.
What are we talking about?
Is it 14th Amendment, 17th Amendment? You can't have slaves unless you commit a crime.
Prisoners.
If you're a felon and you're in the prison system, you can be compelled to work.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Like the prisoners, that's a
making,
fucked up situation too.
Yeah.
Do they only make license plates or do they do other work?
No, there's
all sorts of work.
Oh, they do work for private companies.
Yeah, I've heard some big. I've watched some short documentaries where they're like. I think Victoria's Secret was one. Does that sound right to you guys?
They're making panties.
I don't know if it's the actual panties, but maybe the liner thingy that goes under the bra, the metal part, maybe. But
why do they trust prisoners with so much metal? Isn't that how you make shanks?
No.
You have to have good behavior. I don't know about the prison system, FYI.
It's certain classes and whatnot.
But if you're a model prisoner and you don't stab somebody in the shower, they'll let you have more and more benefits, including things like being able to work and earn a whole $1.16 a day. You know, and also that means you're less likely to get stabbed because you actually have guards around that are watching, and because you don't want to jeopardize a profit. And it's all the model prisoners are the ones on these lines, you know, because it's better than having to deal with everything else. You know, it's better than being in your cell. It's better than getting shanked in the shower. You know,
in a race riot.
I mean, if I was in prison, that's what I would go for. I'd be a model prisoner, and maybe let me be a bookkeeper in a library or some shit. You know,
that Shawshank. That's how you get out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh man.
So unfortunately, I think we're running low on time. This conversation actually.
Sorry about that.
No. I think
it's Joe's fault.
I think we might want to do a part 2. I mean, I think it seems like Pong.
You get to the point at all.
Well, no.
The point is, let's start a Kickstarter for the Robocop statue. I think we can all agree that was the consensus here.
Yeah, if we could just get this freaking Robocop thing off the ground, I think we'll be fine.
Yes.
I mean, people know where the name came from, okay? I told you 2 hours ago.
Right.
No, I think it seems like we really enjoy this political talk. I think it seems like it's a good fit between the personalities too. We're not trying to stab each other with conversation, so I think it's good.
I got more.
Don't try to take away my online poker, and I won't have a reason to stab you. Simple as that. I supported Obama, until the FBI raided every online poker site in the world. And then I was no longer an Obama supporter.
Should Obama have said, "Hey, FBI, knock it off. Don't do that." Should that have been a presidential move?
Well, he signed the order to go ahead with everything.
Oh, he went the other way. Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally called Black Friday because it happened on a Friday and all the online poker sites got taken down.
Oh, not because the president was
It was the worst
black?
day of my life. What?
Not because the president was black?
No, that's just a coincidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
Still, I'm not trying to get too political here, but in my opinion, I would still vote for Obama. Don't get me wrong, but he's a corporate stooge, 100%, just like the rest of them. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. They give 2 fucks about us.
I
like this guy. I like
some of them are less stupid than the others, and that's pretty much what I vote on.
We'll come back part 2 for a political talk.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go into the final questions. There's about 5 questions. First question.
Oh, ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I'm not afraid.
What great daily habit or habits do you have?
Wait, I'm sorry. One more time. What daily?
What great daily habits do you have?
What great daily habits?
What
Man, I'm
what
not
mediocre
that
habits?
exciting. I
Do you square up your chops every day?
no. Like I don't have. Yeah,
Well,
no,
looks like
I
you
do
do.
not have
Just for
great
today.
daily habits. No, every day I wake up and I read Das Kapital. No, I no, I don't have any. I'm sorry, I'm really boring on that one.
What is your favorite color?
Blue,
let's see,
green.
Actually, it does kind of like the navy blue and hunter green. Those are pretty much neck and neck.
Wait, I have one question after you're done. Or do you want me to put it in now?
Go ahead.
You didn't find out what people are making at the hackerspace. What are people making? Are they making
I
coffee mugs?
said
Or?
like a billion things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just the whole gamut of anything almost.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do metalworking, woodworking, 3D printing, laser cutting, fabric, sewing,
Yeah.
cosplay.
That was the most
but
interesting thing to me is sewing.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of unexpected.
No,
it
but like,
makes
what
sense.
are people sewing? Like
Cosplay.
medieval costumes or like
Cosplay.
anime?
Wow. Okay.
Anime
That makes
costumes,
a lot of
right?
sense.
Yes, both.
Are people
like
forging swords?
Have we forged? No one has forged swords at the shop. Mostly just ingots. They had hard drives laying around. They turned it into ingots.
Wouldn't sword forging be a popular activity? Do you think that
know.
would be get you more members? Okay.
If
If you
wanna
offer a
set
class
up
on it, you could probably make a lot more money. $225 for you get 8 people in there. Teach them how to forge a sword, let them forge a mini sword.
Yeah, you walk out with a Conan sword.
There you go.
People
No,
would
you
do
want-
that.
A hobbit sword. You walk out with a hobbit
That'd
sword.
be a fun date activity. It'd be a fun friend or bachelor party activity.
Yeah, we made hobbit swords.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we all made hobbit swords to commemorate Brad's birthday over here. This fucktard.
When you become a member, you are more than welcome to lead that class.
Okay.
All right.
All right, next question. What do
Here
you
we
know or think of cryptocurrency?
Oh man, the sigh of despair.
Ooh, that sigh.
Oh.
This podcast going at least another 20 minutes now. I heard it in that sigh.
It's at
That was the I lost money 5 years ago. sigh.
That's what I was thinking.
No.
Give away a hard drive
okay.
full of Bitcoin sigh.
No. Oh God, no. Jesus, that would suck. But no, I feel like it's a way for actual smart people to take a lot of money from people that think they're smart.
Ooh.
Because you're not selling anything at all. You're selling the fact that other people want this thing, which isn't bad. That's how that's how the United States
That's how the
dollar
art market works. The art market's literally
Yeah.
built off of that.
Well, yeah,
100%.
but also every dollar bill you have is
Also-
only worth
yeah.
money because America says it is.
I was going to say the dollar bill too. Yeah.
And comic
Yeah,
books.
absolutely.
The biggest Ponzi
Dude,
scheme.
I actually feel the same way about gold. Like even gold, like it has industrial uses, but copper is far more valuable in terms
Really?
of actual real life use versus gold. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
if you compare its usefulness versus availability, the scale's gonna go towards copper.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
nobody's doing copper jewelry, bro.
What
Well,
about
and also, copper is far more abundant by a couple orders of magnitude than gold is in our crust, and that's mineable. It's not realistic to make all of our power conductors that power our world out of gold. But out of copper, that's not a problem.
Is-
Until tweakers happen, because they steal all the copper, of course. But
by chance is gold have higher tier usage, meaning like gold in computers.
Yeah, don't we need gold on motherboards?
Yes, and also so like if you have like a processor like an AMD or an Intel processor that you put in a motherboard, it has like a little metal cover on it, but underneath that is the actual silicon die, and that is bonded to the little pins that go in the motherboard via gold, because gold is superior to copper. I'm not disputing that fact at all. It is by far, but the thing is though is that
the actual usage and whatnot.
The actual usage and the way that we use it, it would not be feasible to use gold for everything that we should use it for. If gold was as abundant as copper would be valueless.
What if how many dollars of gold is on in that computer over there in your regular?
From my understanding,
couple bucks, yeah.
Yeah, from my understanding, like in India, when they'll take people that throw away their computers here in the U.S. and they buy bulk of trash.
Yep.
And they burn the hell out of it because a couple dollars
no EPA.
What was that?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say there's no EPA, there's no regulation. You can burn
that
shit, melt it down.
But also a couple dollars to them goes way further. So it's not viable for us to do it, but for them it is.
Yeah, it's like a week worth of food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the kind of place where like the average yearly income is like $500, you know?
Yeah.
So even making a couple bucks melting down hazardous shit, it's worth it for them.
Right.
E-waste is a huge problem that eventually we're going to have to confront.
We're going to need robots to disassemble our e-waste.
Yeah.
And pick out.
Yeah, we're going to have to start burying that shit like nuclear stuff too eventually, because, I mean, that's really the only recourse without just destroying the environment.
Did you say burn nuclear stuff?
No, bury.
Oh, bury, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we shoot it into the sun?
Hopefully. That would pretty much be ideal, because anything that humans could produce that we shoot into the sun would be inconsequential to the sun. The sun will give two fucks about anything we shoot at it.
Right.
Anything. You could throw the whole Earth into the sun, and the sun would be like, what happened? You know?
Yeah.
Why can't we do that? Can we do that?
Well,
it's costs, right?
Yeah, the cost to orbit.
The amount that you could store on a single load or trip to the sun would just not be worth it.
But it's changing.
At that point, just shoot it into space. You know, I mean, even then, I mean, it's the same cost, really. It's just where you're aiming.
Yeah.
But
no, it's so much more fun to stick it in the sun, though.
It really is.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Plus, it could take like 3 years to get there. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As long as we
maybe one day. I mean, you never know. Maybe with all this like shit, you know, eventually, you know, the rockets can come back down, and the vessel that holds all the terrible shit can just go into the sun.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Space travel in general for cargo or humans will get cheaper over time. So,
yes,
that's true. I never did get back to 3D printing. Next time I come back, 3D printing. Okay. Rest of the question.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
And also part two, I'll probably ask more about cryptocurrency. I really even though I slightly disagree with your statement about taking money away from nerds making something for, again, taking money away from the rich, but I think it's an interesting statement. I think we could really dive into that. I'm a cryptocurrency nerd. I had blue balls when you said cryptocurrency. So
yes, I didn't finish my thing there. It kind of ran away. I don't have a problem with it. I do think that. But yeah, let's talk about it next time. But I'm not saying that it's in any more or less of a scam than our current stock market.
Yeah. Okay.
And all that implies. But at any rate, yes. So yeah, next time.
Okay. Next question. What's the biggest problem for humans, and what should we do to fix it?
Money and politics. There's nothing bigger. I don't care what you can say. Oh, but what about racism? Yeah. Well, the reason racism is being perpetuated is so that money and politics can happen, so that these people can get elected no matter what even if their policies are terrible for, let's say, West Virginia, as long as they don't, or Texas, let's say Texas, as long as that person doesn't like the same people that you don't like, you'll vote for him.
Right.
Well, some people will. Let me rephrase that. Some people will.
Right.
So I would say money and politics is number one with a bullet, the biggest problem in the world. And when I say, well, I guess what I'm saying is money and politics in America is the biggest problem that the world has. Because as we go, so goes the rest of the world. Because why is some other country going to stop polluting if we're not?
Wait, so other places are going to legalize abortion?
Well, they already have.
Yeah, most places it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, Israel has 100% publicly funded abortions.
Wait. Yeah. Texas made it illegal.
Same people that go against it love Israel. So
no, Texas made it illegal.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
All right, so that means the world follows Texas.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say.
Sorry, it didn't work.
No, Yeah, well, yeah.
Fucked it up.
I mean, yeah. But
Okay.
no. Well, I guess where I'm going with that is if we're sitting here polluting things, they're going to be like, well, why the hell would I stop doing it? And not only that, they'd be fully justified in saying, well, wait a minute, you had 100 years of the industrial age. Hey, it's our turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I get the argument, but at the same time, and honestly, if we stop doing what we're doing, they probably could keep doing what they're doing.
It probably would.
Yeah,
China
it'd
would
probably
anyway.
be significantly better. Anyway,
What would you do systematically to help fix it?
ban money in politics? Like there's already supposed to be a limit of $2,700, right? That's the most that I can give to any one candidate, right? Okay, well, if a corporation is a person, then any corporation can only give $2,700.
Unless they're a super PAC.
No, no, super PAC's illegal, straight up illegal. Why in the world are we going to make a way for people to bribe people?
But super PAC exist. You're saying they should be illegal.
They should be illegal, absolutely.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm fixing the world's problems.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change some laws,
Yeah.
But no, that is number one with a bullet is money in politics. If you make lobbyists illegal, make lobbyists a thing of the past, then we're good.
What's your views with Michael Malice? Do you know his stance and stuff with?
I don't know who that is.
Okay,
Yeah,
Michael
who's that?
Malice?
Michael Malice. I think he kind of shares anarchy, but he calls anarchy in a he doesn't.
Whoa.
No, he's not saying anarchy in the typical what we think of overthrowing the government and mass chaos. He's just saying people should have a certain freedom to do things, and I think he goes into the greed of money and politics, and that should be broken down too. I might have it incorrect with him, but that's what I.
So I'm not familiar with that person specifically. Bo of the Fifth Column. He's a YouTuber that I believe he either does or used to call himself an anarchist. And I get a lot of what he's saying. I myself, as far as anarchism, no. What my big thing is, I'm much more of the line of our current system. If our current system worked on the inside the same way it's wrapped in if our country's insides match the advertising on the outside,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
For a lot of things.
Yeah.
If we really actually were about freedom and liberty for all, not just all who look a certain way
And have more money.
and don't even get me started on that.
Yeah,
But,
there's like 3 different issues combined into one right there.
Can we have China and Russia go to war at the same time? To each other?
Why on earth would you ever want that? Like what in the world? Do you
guys
think for 1 second that we would actually stay out of that?
No, we'll let them duke it out. They'll
no.
knock each other out. Yeah.
No.
No, we'll just clean up the winner.
No.
Yeah, that's not how that would go.
That's not how that would go.
That's
All right,
a
that's a
real
different
situation.
podcast.
And also my disclaimer, I might be totally wrong on Michael Malice. I was just when you talk when you also talked about the way I viewed your comments about the money and politics, it just made me think about that. So anyways,
I gotta look this dude up. Who the hell is Michael Malice?
People in the audience and comments call me out and tell me I'm stupid but explain what you think of Michael Malice, audience. Okay, next question.
Oh Lord. No, I'm not anything at all like this dude.
What, just by looking at him?
Oh hell no.
Was he a furry?
No.
No, he's
I've-
what was the word you used?
Anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphizer?
He's a fan of the anthropomorphic arts.
Anthropomorphic
No,
arts.
he's not that either. That would be fun. No, this dude's like an alt-right ding dong. Like
Ding dong.
no. Yeah, no thank you, please.
All right, next
No,
question.
You can keep him. Sorry, go ahead. Yes, next question. We
Eject.
move forward.
What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food or dish?
I didn't see that coming, did you?
Oh man. I never got around to the steak with ketchup. Damn it.
We'll talk about what's your favorite food.
Yeah, next time. It's not my favorite food, not by a long shot.
This is what will take your political career, nothing else you said. Especially in Texas. Like a shot.
No.
Down with the devil.
Okay, well, what's funny? I'll try to tell this as fast as I can. What's funny is the reason that I'm even entertaining the idea is because apparently Trump eats a ribeye medium well done with ketchup.
Yeah, sounds about it.
All right.
Now he's not the richest. He's nowhere close to as rich as he says he is. He's not.
But he's still wealthier than that.
He's wealthy enough to afford a good steak.
Yeah.
Okay. He can cook. He can go to Outback anytime he wants and get a passable steak. Okay. He could go to the steakhouse at Circus, which if you're coming in town, that's the place to go for steak.
Outback's good.
That or Lowry's.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a little joint that we found, the Ellis Island Casino. They had like an $8 steak dinner, and dude, maybe I was just really drunk, which I was, but that was the best $8 I've ever spent in my life.
Yeah,
twice.
Really? That's a great steak per dollar. Yeah.
Oh, and they also I know you don't like IPAs, but they brew their own IPAs, and they sell a whole glass of it for $2.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
It's shit. And all the tables are like $5. So for like broke bitches like myself, I'm just like. This is a perfect casino. Fuck the strip.
$8 steak. I don't know. That might be worth a try. No,
it was.
So that was the way that steak that Trump ate his steak, and I was like, I just want to try it once to see how someone that is that whack. What the?
Oh,
fuck
you
does
did it,
he
you sick
see?
motherfucker!
No, yeah,
I didn't.
Liam, disconnect him. He ate well done steak with ketchup to imitate Trump. Get rid of him.
No. I want to see what he sees in it. That's all I'm saying. I want to see what he sees in this.
You're missing the point that Trump notoriously has terrible taste in everything else in life.
Of course he does.
Yeah,
no, I get it. Like, yeah.
Every other choice he's made has been terrible.
Understand the Trump. You gotta get in his
there
brain
you go.
by eating his steak.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm walking a mile in another man's meal.
Yes. You grabbed him right by the steak and saw what was up.
So gross. Oh my god. All right. So yes, that's by far and away not my favorite food. It's not even a food that I would enjoy, I think. But so you asked the question, what's my favorite food? Generally speaking, I'm gonna say like boy, a lot of different ones. That's a terrible cop. Oh, tocino is a recent love of mine. I freaking love tocino. Delicious.
What?
The meat.
Oh.
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
It's a Filipino dish?
Yeah,
tocino, yeah.
It is tocino. Okay.
I thought you said Casino by Martin Scorsese, which is a great film, but that's what I thought you were saying.
Movie.
My bad.
I thought he was talking about the dollar pizzas that I like.
That's Tostino.
That's Tostinos.
We all interpreted it with our own desires.
It's Rorschach's meal over here.
I want you guys to know you can buy Tostino pizzas at CVS. They have a little freezer section.
Yeah, right.
Oh God! Okay. Oh, I get it. All right.
And tell him Emmett sent you.
That's right.
Yeah. And then after you throw up the fucking CVS pizza, you can go to IHOP, get yourself a nice stack of pancakes.
There you go. Stop in at the casino.
Do you make tocino yourself at home, or do you buy it in the package?
No, I had it at Grill City, and it was just freaking fantastic. I had their breakfast meal there. God damn, that was good. Man, that was
it's basically like a sweet, savory meat that's a
a sausage.
It's
no,
it's like making a meal out of bacon that is sweet.
Yeah, that's probably a good description of it. Yeah, and then usually eaten with rice. And garlic rice, Filipino style garlic rice.
Oh yeah. God damn it, it's so good. Awesome. I can't believe it was
salivating
this year that no I can't believe it was just this year that I've discovered this
like
whole new world of food.
For the audio listeners on Spotify, he's drooling right now.
maybe a little bit.
Well, that's why I hate this question. It always makes me hungry after 3 hours of sitting here shooting the shit.
So tocino's a new one. More classic one is ribs. Love ribs. Love steak, medium rare. Love just all general kinds of meat. St. Louis style pizza, which is the only place that you can get this certain kind of pizza.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there. What the hell is St. Louis style pizza, and where can I get one?
St. Louis.
Well, St. Louis, number one, or you can order it off of Gold Belly if you really do want to know. I'll let you know after the fact. But Emo's and Cecil Whitaker's pizza both will ship a freeze dried pizza to you. And
interesting.
It is worth it. So it's a leavened cracker crust cut into squares typically, and it is made with this cheese called Provel, not provolone. Provel.
Okay.
Provel is made is a mixture of provolone, mozzarella, and Swiss.
Okay.
And it is, well, it's an acquired taste. I love it because I'm from St. Louis. My wife cannot stand it. She is not.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's an acquired taste or what.
Is that cow cheese? Is that goat cheese? What is that?
Well, it's cow. I mean, it's cow cheese, but it's 3 different kinds of cow cheese.
Is it regular red sauce?
It's a sweet red sauce.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then you
It's
put
really
normal toppings like pepperoni and stuff.
Pepperoni and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Super good.
All right, last question.
Yeah, here we go.
Shout out 2 friends. Think of 2 people you would like to see on the show.
Do you know anybody that's good at remote control cars? Radio transmitters.
Actually,
It took me a second. What is he talking about? Oh.
my co-host that I do the Monday night show with, Titans. I do the Monday night show with him, and I also do the robot shows with him. He was the camera operator for the show that we did in July, and he's with me usually every Monday nights for the project stream that you can watch yourself at twitch.tv/SynShop. That's SYNSHOP.
Thank you for clarifying that. When I tried to find you earlier, I couldn't.
Yes.
I was looking for Sin Shop, and I was getting a lot different results.
No, it's all dildos and sex toys.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, hey.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was okay with that, but
right.
After about 5 minutes of alone time, I got over it and figured out what the problem was.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand. I kept you waiting with the name thing for a long time, so I understand you had to go to a couple sites. Take care of business.
We'll put the link down below. Yeah.
Yeah. SynShop, SYNSHOP. You can also go to synshop.org for more information about the shop. So let's see. You would ask me.
Shout out to.
Oh, shout out to. Yeah. So I guess shout out to the SynShop overall and to Titan specifically. He is when I when I stepped down from the board, I basically was like, hey, you should run for this spot because I'm about to leave it. It was one of those things. And I knew that he was going to be a really good leader, and he absolutely has been.
Why did you abdicate the mantle of responsibility?
Because I'm not in a place where I felt comfortable going to the shop, and I knew that he would, and that's what the shop needed right now. The shop needs somebody to go there and do stuff. They don't need. There's plenty of people that are on the board that are of similar mind to me, and plus I had done it for 3 years. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. And especially since I'm now running the Twitch channel, I got things to do.
Wait, I get it. It's SYN like synthesize.
No, it's SYN like SYN-AC. That's that. So when 2 different computers are communicating, when 2 computers love each other very much, one of them will send out a SYN packet. So it's basically, hey, synchronize, and the other will send an AC packet. So it acknowledges. Right. Okay. So SYN-AC. So it's the SYN shop. That's where the name came from.
But nobody acknowledges.
Basically. What's that?
Where does the acknowledgement come from?
It comes from you.
When your BattleBot flips back over and whoops the other BattleBot's ass.
It comes from our members. Members like you. All right. So.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then do you want to shout out a second person? So you shout out Titus. Was it Titus?
Tidence.
Oh. Tidence.
Or Tostino. Yes, I'd like to shout out Tostino's Pizza and CVS.
Was I the only one that didn't get a sponsor for this?
CVS, the choice of Emmett from the Talks with Liam.
They got energy drinks.
Okay.
I asked IHOP, and they just said they'd sue me if I mentioned their name. Like,
yeah. Denny's is just gonna throw me out again.
You know what? If you want raisinets in the big pack that you get at the movie theater, you can buy those.
Boy, do I was just thinking that.
You get dark chocolate raisinets at CVS.
You can.
Yeah.
You can get if you're temporarily houseless, you can just stop by CVS and live under the receipt that they gave you. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Do you live in a hotel that's next to a CVS? Like, you seem to shop there a lot.
Yeah. What is that?
Like I've been to CVS like twice, and both times I didn't want to be there.
Right.
Why do you want to get out? You could probably get a free flu shot there.
Oh, well, I get those all the time. Every time I go into the store and I hear on the overhead announcement that they have free COVID shots, I get one. I'm up to 16.
Just loading up.
Yeah. They say my vision should come back any day now.
Hit me.
Yeah, hit me.
Man. Dude, as soon as I can get a booster, I'm down
too, dude. I'll get a booster.
Yeah, let's get.
I want to not die yet.
Right? Why is that controversial? Okay, we should have on the next show. Ask me
too.
No, I want to get
about that.
I want to get all the different brands of vaccines, but nobody wants to support me on that one.
My wife's mom actually had in Vietnam. Yeah. She's actually got Moderna, and the second one's Pfizer. So we'll find out how. We'll ask her
how alive she stays.
Yeah. It was more that's what was available, so that's what she took. They didn't really get an option.
Right. She mixed matched because that was all that was.
Yeah.
No, but I would think logically, if I get some different shot now, I should get more power.
Yeah.
That's the thing that sucks. Like there's people like your mom. I feel really weird opening with that. But there's people out there that are willing to take it and they have to mix it because that's all that there is.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And we're throwing it away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because politics.
Because I am.
Yeah, you were always going to have a certain percentage of like the crazy anti-vaxxers that have always existed boycotting it, but then it got politicized by somebody
with terrible taste.
Yeah, somebody that is not known for their taste in steak and
anything. Yeah,
and it's incredible how much damage this has caused. Like we'd be over this shit. Like I'll get political just for a second. Like
just for a second.
This motherfucker is so like, and this is my opinion, but I think that he's so egotistical that like anything that bad that happens under him, even if it's not in his control, like a virus, he still saw as reflected negatively on him, and that's what caused him to deny it. He should have been selling MAGA Trump 2020 masks and talking about how the Democrats want to steal the election and, everyone needs to beat the virus so that doesn't happen, Like, he could have done the exact opposite of what he did, and we would be in the free and clear right now.
Why the hell didn't he do that?
Because it hurt his feelings. Because anything bad that happens underneath him, in my opinion, this is what I think. I think, honest to God, like in his mind, like that's all it comes down to. Is if anything bad happens under my watch, therefore, it's my bad. I did that, and he doesn't want that. Like anything negative.
You're assigning way too much intelligence to this here.
Well, I don't think he thought this through. I think that this is like happening at like a more neuro level. You know what I mean? Like the brain pathways just say like all things filter through his eyes and ears and go fake news. That's where it winds up in those synapses in his brain.
Yeah.
You might have something there.
Yeah,
I think that what you're talking about is the original reason why. I'm so sorry I'm making your show go long. I'm sorry.
You're recommending Trump as your second shout out.
No, fuck that.
Let's get him on the show. Let's talk to him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, shout out. I'm not going to say that. He's a former president. Anyway, so the... No, it's interesting that you say that. I think that is probably the reason that Trump did it, but I think the reason that I alluded to earlier, the whole government can't work thing, I think that's the reason that Republicans that know better are going along with it.
Yes.
But I think you might be right as to the original cause. That's an interesting idea. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Yeah, that's all. I think it's literally as simple as that. Like he's just so wrapped up in himself. Like, but I'm a winner, and if there's a virus under my watch, I'm not a winner. Therefore, that can't happen under my watch. You know what I mean? Like,
you're not wrong.
Therefore, it's fake news. Like that's the kind of logic path I feel like he takes a lot of times.
Yeah. And people say that he's stupid, and he is, right? But he's one of those guys that's like an idiot savant.
Yes,
he's one of those guys that like he doesn't know. Like he's not sitting there plotting and planning.
Nope.
He's doing this all
reactionary.
Reactionary, absolutely. But he knows how to ride the wave of public perception. He 100%. Knows that.
Wait, what does that have to do with starfish?
Starfish just react. They don't plan. They don't know what they're doing. You poke them with a stick, they're going to react to it. That's it.
Because they barely have a brain?
And barely. It's more or less a loose collection of neurons spread throughout their body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That explains the gold toilets,
I don't think they have a ganglia or whatever the fuck it's called, but...
No frontal cortex?
No, none of that shit. No, they definitely don't have that. But they can react to stimuli,
They just don't have
you ever
regret.
seen a starfish in real life? I mean...
Yeah, they move slow.
They do, but they'll still react to shit. You can touch them and they'll be like, oh shit, and they'll try to get away. Slowly, of course. They're not actually going to get away. If I wanted to eat it, I could have eaten it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right, gentlemen. You guys got a cup. Cheers for the end.
Yep.
I'm starfishing out. I'm in a panic right now. I'm very.
I did want to say one thing to Pong really quick.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I've actually many times thought about eventually, I hope in my career, I'm at a point where I can try to start something like that, because even though we have things kind of like that in Portland, there's nothing that's really leaning into it heavily or really providing an actual space for people to create and to do things. And even just listening to you talk about it, like it's pretty great. And I really hope that one day I can be involved in that in some way, wherever I'm at, because it's something that I would have benefited more from when I was younger. And I hope to be able to create something like that where I could do the same thing and let people create, especially young people and all this other shit. And
I am freaking shocked that there's not one in Portland. There
are a couple, but they're not anywhere near as good as they seem. And Portland is also pretty much closing down overall, like the whole city.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
the
that.
homeless and the crime problem is legitimately that bad. We need Robocop, not even a statue, a real life one here.
Yeah, but also there's too many breweries. People are just too busy drinking.
Oh, that too. But I mean, if you're an IPA fan, you can't lose
done
up here. You can go to the diviest bar you can find, and they'll have 24 fucking local taps. Like it's insane how plentiful beer is here. It's like, you could literally go months and never try the same beer twice and have a new beer every day if you wanted. That is a fact.
Nice.
Yeah,
that does sound nice.
If you guys are in, round 2 is guaranteed.
All right, you guys got a cup or a drink to cheers for the end?
I got my IPA.
Joe, always a pleasure.
That's all I brought.
Mighty Pong.
Mighty Pong, thank you for your time.
Made locally here in Oregon. I'm not getting paid yet from them, but.